I'm 22 years old, and I'm reading for the role of narrator in Princess Party. Just let me know when I can start. Okay.
Petunia Tabernacle emerged from the castle with a young frog. She took the frog and kissed him squarely on the lips. When she kissed the frog, he turned into a prince.
Felicity, could you do it a little bit more feminine, a little softer? I'm so sorry. Just the note said that the narrator was wise beyond her years. Okay, no problem. Bye.
You wanted the best, but they didn't fucking make it.
It's time for the best podcast around. Grab a cold one, sit back, and enjoy the show. This is Corner Pub Sports.
Hey, folks, Joe Watson here. Remember, you want to find out about the Flyers hockey? You go to Corner Pub Sports. Great bunch of guys.
Corner Pub Sports.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Yo. What is going on, everybody? Corner Pub Sports coming at you live here on a Friday night. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. And, of course, if you're downloading the show on all those platforms, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Amazon, we're on all those places. And there's one other one. There it is. We thank you guys very much.
See, I came in a bad mood, and then I was gifted something on the way in, and now I feel a little bit better. I'm still in a bad mood. We'll get into that. But
You'll feel worse.
Yeah.
So we got our advanced copy. No One Likes Us. We Do Care. The Anatomy of the Philadelphia Sports Fan, written by our one and only Sean Selby.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Golf clap.
I said you read it.
Sorry.
Oh, I got a nice little love note in there. That's sweet.
Well done, brother.
Thanks, man. You got a couple of advanced copies, of course. I guess we'll start with that. The book is it's 2 weeks from tonight.
Nice.
2 weeks from today, I should say. It'll be live on Amazon. You can go get it. You can pre-order it now on Kindle. No One Likes This, but we do care. Mike helped out with it. Ryan, Gary have parts in it. There's a lot of people who really had a hand in this whole thing. So obviously, I think in 2 weeks, dude, we'll have a full blown
that's a car bomb release party.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. So right now you can't really you can go to the Kindle pre-order thing and see what the book's about and all that stuff. But the hardcover and paperback editions, that page won't be live until the 4th. I do have some news on it though. I got some stores that are going to purchase it. So the Newtown bookstore in Newtown, Pennsylvania is already going to buy a few copies and then to sell. And Dynasty Sports in Oxford Valley is going to carry the book. So
that's awesome.
And there'll be more. I mean, as it goes on. And I have
so how much are they committing though? Is there how does that work?
It's a consignment. So yeah, it's as it sells, I get a cut and whatever.
What do they start? Did they start with a certain amount and see how that?
Yeah. They start with let's buy 5 copies. Let's buy 10. Let's see how it goes. And then hey, this works well. Let's do more. Jay Parr said I want a hardcover.
I bet you do.
I got a hardcover for you, Jay.
They're not good though, man. They look good.
Looks good.
So
yeah.
I'm happy with it, man. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. But anyway, enough about me.
Man, they're stealing.
How many other independent podcasts have a published author on their fucking panel?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But it's been fun, man. I got to tell you, the whole. I've been getting hit up by podcasters this week. They want me to come on their show and stuff. So I have one schedule in October, one schedule.
So they're even hitting you up, like
Yeah,
they're
I'm
seeing
getting-
about it. Like I guess they
Yeah.
see you're promoting a book and they're hitting you up.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
That's awesome.
I'm on the Drunk Phil's fan podcast this Thursday. So next Thursday, the 26th, I think.
26.
26, right, yeah.
7 o'clock. I'll be on their show. That's a live show. It's a YouTube show. So I'll be on that, promoting the book, and I'm excited, man. Dave,
Nice.
what's up, Dave? Dave Peterson said, "Good evening, gentlemen." Dave Langle
What's up?
said, "Good evening, guys," and he said, "Congratulations, thank you, man. Appreciate it." All right, enough about me, because that 2 weeks from now will suck me off. All right.
Yeah, no congrats. Hurry up and buy.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Hurry up and buy.
Bye.
Hurry up and buy. She's all fucking shivering.
Yeah, I mean,
and shit.
that's the thing. Like, yeah, I mean, it's you keep promoting it, but like, yeah, you want to save the real heavy hits when it's out. And
Yeah, because no one knows what, you know what I mean? Like, no one knows what it's about yet, right? So, all right, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about Embiid tonight. We're gonna talk about the Phillies, who are up 5-2 right now, as we're talking live right now.
that's a
against the
big,
Mets.
yeah, that's a big win. Get the clinch. Even though I think we were just talking about it a little bit off the air, that I think with the Braves and Mets playing each other, I think that they automatically
They'll
would have
clinch
clinched anyway.
yeah.
But yeah, just to get it, to get the playoffs clinched today, earlier, yeah.
What are the Dodgers? Who they play this weekend?
I don't know.
They just got shellacked the other night.
Well, no, they
And
won
last night they shellacked the Marlins.
Yeah, last
Well,
night they did. The night before
Ohtani did.
Yeah,
Um,
Tony was a one-man wrecking crew.
They have where the hell are they? Oh, they're playing the Rockies. Rockies are gonna be 100 loss team. But anyway,
Yeah,
we'll
Well, they're still second and third. They are stealing like crazy. I don't know what's going on.
Turner just stole the shit out of third base.
so we'll get
And
to
the double steal, second and third. Sosa stole, Turner stole second. Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, we'll get to the Phillies a little bit later. We're gonna talk about Embiid. We got Fuck You Ben for the first time in a while. We're gonna talk about
nice.
that tonight.
Harper stole second. Mike.
Thank you, Peterson. He's got it.
Turner stole third too.
Right. Yeah, you said Sosa.
And no, Sosa stole
Jesus
third earlier.
Christ.
Oh, okay.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Who's on second?
You were upstairs smoking.
Jesus Christ, and he's sober. God damn it. God damn it. Speaking
Bring
of,
drunk Gar back.
speaking of,
Up there we go.
Alf bomb 3-run home.
You know what? A 3-run home run's good too.
yeah, that's good too. Boom, 3-run
Breaking the
home
game
run. They're
open.
up 8-2, man. They're gonna take care of this.
His
game.
bat is hot again.
Yep.
That's 3 for 3 today. Yeah.
Hot.
What do you got, Mike? What do you got over there?
I'm
You're still drinking those.
Yeah, Young's double chocolate stout. I put the last few in the fridge, so probably got about 10 left. Or so.
Wow.
What'd you buy? 7 cases?
No, 2.
Yeah.
It was buy one get one free. It was a deal.
Yeah,
It was a good
there you
deal.
go.
What do you got, yeah?
Wawa Ice Tea.
Ryan,
Rum and Coke.
Roman Cook. I got a Murphy's right now
There you
In a
go.
Guinness glass.
in a Guinness
I'm
glass.
confused.
Same
There you
thing.
go. It's a good beer.
It's a good beer. It's good. It's a good item.
I
It's a
like
good
the
item.
Mur-
Good.
I like the Murphy's
Like the
better.
fumigate this here chair. It's a good quality item.
Quality item. Jay Parr, look what he's drinking. Captain Morgan coolers. Huh.
Jay, you never know what Jay's going to be drinking.
Yeah.
He has something different every week.
It's kind of like a girl that Jay and I know. Having something different every week. It's an inside joke.
Oh, okay.
Literally, a lot of people have been inside that joke.
All right then.
There's
Oh, where the fuck's she at?
Shannon said, my sister said, got water over here. Cheers. Yeah. I mean, Gary's basically on your path tonight. It's rare to see sober Gary. This is interesting.
I seen the truck. I was like, sober Gary.
Yeah. But you know, there was one thing I left out when I was talking about what we're going to talk about tonight. It's the Eagles. This is going to be a conversation.
Fair ball.
Part of me is like, do we have to? And part of me is like, I
Yeah,
need
we
to get
have
this.
to.
I need to get this the fuck out.
Yeah, we have.
I am fucking irate about that game.
So I think we should just start with that.
Absolutely.
Let's recap Monday Night Football's game against the Falcons.
'Cause that's what you want to call it.
It started off a certain way and it looked good, and then it ended.
It didn't start out great.
The defense.
No,
did
it
not
started
look
off a
good.
certain way. It started off
Right.
a certain way where you're like, it's kept it close. The second half started off and you're like, okay, they're finding the groove. Things are looking all right. and then like they got closer than it should have been, and then it just ended in a way that was unbelievable. Sleevy G saying, "What's up, guys?" Sleevy G is one of the shows I jumped on last week. I think that episode's going to premiere in November if that's still the plan.
What's
Dude,
up, Sleevy?
He's a good dude, man.
What's up, Sleevy?
He's
Thanks
a
for
good dude.
joining us, y'all.
Yeah, he's a Giants fan.
He's a Giants fan. We're gonna have him on for the Giants.
He's gonna come on,
Nice.
and then Mike, you gotta one more plug before we get into the Eagles. You got to do this because Rob Spire said your team sucks.
Yeah, your team. Yeah, our team sucks too. Yeah, your team sucks. The podcast that Rob and I are doing, we're at least testing it out bi-weekly for the time being. It's tough juggling a couple different podcasts. But yeah, we had our first episode last Sunday night. I was beating my chest a little bit after the Cowboys looked awful, and
So was everybody.
felt good about the Eagles in Atlanta, and then this happened. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Rob and I had a lot of fun. We got into each week we're going to get into a recap an old Cowboys Eagles game because he's the Cowboys fan and I'm the Eagles fan, and we both think that the other team sucks.
Yeah.
And then we go into a couple other things.
Thank you.
What is it? The loser of the week? I forget what we're calling it. And then just a couple other segments that we got going on.
I have live audio of both Eagles fans and Dallas fans after last week. Everyone's fucking like, God damn it, dude! That was just all right. Well,
you know what? I would have rather lost the way that Dallas lost.
At that point, I don't know about that.
No, a loss is a loss. No matter how it happens, a loss is a loss.
I'd rather get blown out and be like, "Well, that sucked." Then
no.
I would have been less aggravated.
By the Falcons?
I don't think you would have, dude.
Not by the Falcons.
Well, I'm not going to tell you, but there would be so much more despair. Like the sky is not falling here.
No, I don't know. Like I'm not saying the sky is falling, but I'm legit concerned.
Dave Peterson said Monday night, all you need to know what happened in the last 90 seconds of the game. Fuck. All right, so Mike, why don't you give your thoughts, because this is going to be a conversation. I know this is going to be interesting. I don't know how everyone's feeling about this. We actually, Gary and I purposely did not talk about it beforehand. I'm like, save it. So go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, it started out. Eagles drove down the field. I know Ryan and I disagreed on this. I think Sean, you and I were on the same page. It's 4th and 3, 4th and 4. You're in, the red zone, somewhere around the 15-yard line. I'm like, take the points, kick the field goal, get the lead. That's what you should do.
I just want to chime in real quick. Like, I agree you should take the points. I just didn't mind going for it in that position.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I mean, I vehemently disagree with it. I thought it was a bad idea. I thought that it was the drive stalled. It seemed like just a good, take the lead. The first points are always hardest to get. Get that out of the way.
I said to Gary, if it was 4th and 2, okay.
Maybe.
4th and 1, absolutely. 4th and inches, absolutely. 4th and 4, that's not and they're playing tight defense. It's almost
already in the red zone, right?
They're at the 11 or something. It was close. You're already tight defense. You have to make a perfect play because they know what you're going to do. They know you're not running there,
right?
So I didn't like it. I just all right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So they don't take the points, and I feel that was a momentum shift.
Yeah.
I feel once that happened, Atlanta then got the ball, drove down the field. I think they kicked the field goal.
Mm-hmm.
But I just felt like that gave them life. That got them fired up. That gave them control of the game for a little bit until the Eagles were able to get it back.
Mm-hmm.
So we go into the half. I forget what the score is in the half. The Eagles are down 3-4 points, something like that. And the Eagles looked good in the second half, right? They scored. They took the lead. They went for 2. Went up 3. Then had the ball at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Controlled the ball for the whole fourth quarter. Kicked the field goal to go up 6. However, we're going to talk a little bit about the last play of the game, or the play the Barkley play. I'm not going to kill him as much as you guys are on that. The play call is a play where Hurts is rolling out. If it's not there, you take the sack, you take the 3 points. That's fine. The play was there. Barkley was open. He hit him in the hand. He gave them a chance to win the game, to end the game, to steal it. Barkley catches that 9 out of 10 times. I'm not going to blame Barkley because Barkley did everything else right. I'm not going to blame Hurts. Hurts balled out, played his ass off, and that was a nice pass.
But why not run the ball and run the clock out?
Because you can't run the clock out. You're still going to give them the ball with a minute. Kirk Cousins might have scored with that minute left anyway.
I'll comment on that next.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, we'll get into that too. But you have a chance to seal the game, to cinch the game, to not even give them a chance. I didn't hate it.
Right.
I agreed with kicking the field goal. I don't see why you don't kick the field goal after that to go up 6, not let them go down and kick a field goal to tie a game.
Right.
And then the defense just has to go and make plays.
Yep.
What the fuck happened on defense? First of all, where is the fucking pressure? What the fuck is going on?
The whole game.
The whole game.
The whole game.
Milton Williams, your third defensive tackle, is the only one that gets a sack. There's no pressure. The guy's a fucking statue.
And he's coming off of ACL surgery. The most alarming stat of the night for me: 2 quarterback hits on Cousins all night. 2.
With high draft capital on that line.
Yes.
Oh, and then Jalen Carter
and Huff.
Yes.
Jalen Carter, by the way, was disciplined by the team because he showed up late to a team meeting. That's great.
Guy's immature.
We're really setting this culture up. Real quick, Dave Peterson said, I literally could not form sentences in my head for like 15 minutes after the game. And then I just screamed, fuck. I got live audio of Dave Peterson.
Fuck you. What the fucking fuck? Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How did you do fucking fucks? Fuck.
That was legit.
That's literally all of Philadelphia on Monday Night Football when that happened. I was out at a venue that is going to be in Corner Puff Sports' future.
I wonder. I'm almost glad that I wasn't there for that because I going home after that sucks.
Everyone was like,
they should get good roast beef.
The whole place was like,
this is true.
It was quiet. It was quiet. Chris is like, oh, you got to be kidding. Me and Chris, we looked at each other. Chris Stasnik, who is a friend of a show, and we both looked at each other and went, we had no words. We were just like looking at each other. Like, yeah. Like once they screwed up once Barkley dropped the pass, and I'm not blaming Barkley. But once that happened, I got a bad feeling in my stomach.
Yeah, I kind of thought that there was,
And I'm like, all right, they got 1:30 to go down the field with no timeouts. And then the first pass happened.
That first pass, you're like, oh no.
I'm like, oh,
and he gets out of bounds. He gets out of bounds. How do you not defend the sideline?
That's what isn't that what I said to you? So first of all, there is no reason to play prevent. Are you that scared?
Absolutely not.
You're playing prevent. Fangio needs. I'm sorry. I know it's week 2.
He's had no success in his entire career.
I know it's week 2. I know it's week 2. He's had a long career. He's a
respected coach.
Respected coach, but he's had very little
success
of the top success in this league.
Right.
Like he really. Let's be honest. It is what it is.
I haven't paid that close attention.
You don't bring pressure. You don't do anything but play off the guy. And the worst thing is what you just said. You know they have no timeouts.
Right.
How are you letting a guy outside of your inside? Like you're not.
Here's a guy.
He should be on your inside hip the entire time. He should never be allowed to go outside. And there he is outside on an out route and catches the ball and steps out of bounds. I'm like, there is no excuse for that whatsoever. I'm sorry. Like if
but you know what? The other thing about it, play tight. Play tight defense.
You did it the whole game.
Yes, you do it the whole game. They scored one touchdown to that point.
Stand that.
And you know what? If they score, I'd rather them score right away. I'd rather them score on a deep throw right away than let them pick you apart
Then
down the
you're
field
like,
on 3 passes.
Because then Eagles get the ball with 45 seconds to 2 timeouts, and all you need is a field goal to win. You're like, okay,
right.
You're not feeling as pressured.
But like, yeah, so that happened. Then they go over the middle for the next one. You're already starting at the 30, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where the difference between the 20 and the 30 kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Like it's making it too easy for teams, I think, to come back.
Right.
But
yeah,
the next one's over the middle. That you all of a sudden you're down at like the 11-yard line, and I'm not even going to blame Slay for slipping.
Mm-hmm.
You slip, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mike, you're not blaming this one. You're not blaming that one. You're not blaming this one.
No,
I
blame Fangio.
Who are you blaming?
I blame Fangio for that shit defense. I'm blaming the defensive line for letting him get it. I'm blaming Fangio for not blitzing. I'm blaming him for the prevent defense. And I'm blaming the players in the secondary and the linebackers that somehow couldn't find a way to close up a zone defense spot to where that guy is open.
And that's the issue with Cousins. You don't play zone against Cousins because he
will pick you
he
apart.
Will pick you apart. You cannot play zone against him, and that's what they did. And he did just that.
I said that when you did your pregame predictions.
Yeah, you did.
I said, if you let him stand there and have guys,
he's a good quarterback when he's
going to pick you apart. And when they're going down the field, the Eagles, and they threw that pass to Saquon, and he dropped it. I said this defense does not look good all night.
It took Gardner Johnson stuffing.
Dude, even that though, that first touchdown that he gave up, was atrocious.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what kind of tackle that was, and this was a point I was gonna allude to, which is one of my major concerns going forward because it's the same issue they had last year. This team cannot tackle. They didn't tackle against Green Bay, and they didn't tackle against the Falcons,
and they don't pressure the quarterback.
So that's a problem.
The defensive line really, really pisses me off, and that is my major concern.
That's your major.
With this team.
The defensive line definitely, and tackling is mine.
Huff, Nolan Smith,
Davis and
Carter. Those guys are either
ghosts.
highly signed guy or 3 first-round draft picks. They all suck right now.
Yeah,
you got Milton Williams and then fucking Graybeard, Brandon Graham as your top 2 defenders right now. Are you fucking kidding
Brandon
me?
Graham, who's leading the team in snaps on defense.
He's 58 fucking years old, for God's sake.
Yeah. So Gary, you go, and then Ryan.
Well, like I was saying, when they threw the ball to Saquon Barkley and he dropped it, I said this game's done, dude. Like they haven't stopped this offense all fucking game. Kirk Cousins is going to go down there and pick them the fuck apart, and that's exactly what happened. They didn't hit the fucking guy.
Oh no!
He's like a statue.
Yeah,
and you can't hit him.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, that game was at fucking home. That game was after they played Friday night, so they had 12 days rest.
And it was on Nick Foles' retirement night.
Nick Foles' retirement night, home opener.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they found a way to lose that game. They pissed away that game. And yes, it brings back memories, like Sean said, about that Seattle game. And we're not over what the fuck happened last year. And that's where I'm more pissed off. Like if they didn't have the pedigree for it last year, if this shit didn't happen last year.
Man. Take a fucking deep breath, will you?
You know what I'm saying?
All right, go.
What the fuck?
I got a lot of anger.
I got a lot of issues with you people.
It kind of looked like Vic Fangio looked past the Falcons. That's what it looked like on the field.
The whole team did.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're fucking great?
Because they think they're great. They think they're better than they are. Yeah, absolutely.
On paper, they're one of the best teams in the league.
That's cool. Yeah, they lost 5 of 6 last year, and they got blown out in the playoffs 7.
All right, I'm not going that far. Say that the defense looked bad, but up until that game-winning touchdown, they gave up 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we're supposed to have this high-powered offense and the defense gives up 15 points, you should win that game. This game's on the offense, in my opinion.
In general, yes.
Yeah.
Not having A.J. Brown didn't help, but yeah, it's fair.
But there's still a shit ton of playmakers on this offense. And
Dotson.
you're not blaming Saquon. Saquon's a fucking veteran. He's a premier running back. He has to catch that ball. He has to catch it.
Yep.
But he did a lot of other things well that
It
game.
doesn't matter. The game was on the line, and you're counting on him. He's a highly paid running back. He has to catch that ball.
Mhm.
He catches that ball, the game's over. No matter all the other concerns you have. No
Zero
matter what.
sacks, zero hurries, bro.
But no matter all the other concerns, we all said going into this year, the offense is going to have to carry them early.
The offense is the strength of the team.
Right.
Yes, you're right. We did say
So
that.
the offense lost that game, and particularly Saquon Barkley lost that game for them.
Yeah,
I hated the play call. I hated it.
Mhm.
Hated it. Run the fucking ball. Even if you don't get the first down, you're going to lose another 35 seconds off the clock. So run the fucking ball.
Yep.
But they didn't. It was a perfect play design. It was perfectly executed until he dropped the ball. The game is on the offense, if you ask me.
I think that's fair. Real quick before I get to mine, I'm reserving my thoughts until after Sunday's game against the Saints. If anything resembling last Monday happens or the same old continues, then I'm going to speak my mind who's to blame.
I got news for you. I'm not feeling good about this, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
So Ryan, your point is, I'm sorry, Sean.
No, go.
Your point is, like, this is a high-powered offense. We have seasoned veterans on this offense and very skilled playmakers. And one of our playmakers did not make that play, so the offense stunk the TV up.
I feel worse about the fact that Dotson.
I can't argue with that.
Dotson didn't make a catch. Goddard's fucking.
Goddard
is not.
How is Dotson going to make a catch if the ball's not thrown to him?
Why is it not thrown to him?
I don't know. That's the concern.
He had one target.
He had one target. He's the number 2 receiver on Monday night.
One target, one catch for
Is he not getting open? Does
8
he
yards.
does Hurts not trust him? What's the problem?
There's no continuity between them yet.
Well, there's
and it's also we were all told that Kellen Moore is running this offense, and the more and more you listen to Nick Sirianni, it doesn't sound that way.
It felt like a Sirianni game. That felt like a Sirianni play calls.
Yeah,
didn't it? Some of those play calls, 100%. I did not feel like that was a Kellen Moore game. But Sirianni's not really talking. It's Kellen Moore calling the plays. Like it's literally.
But is he being told what plays to call?
I don't think so.
I think situational, yes. I think situational. Hey, if it's 4th and 4 and below, we're going for it. Like I think and he gives them schematics and goes, "This is what we're doing, and this is what I want you to do." I really do.
He might have the final decision on like go or kick.
Yeah,
I see that too.
I think
see
it's
them
more,
to end up button heads.
Yeah, I think it's more, and the season has potential to spiral. It does. Like we all agree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're saying nothing's changed from last year.
Things have changed.
Like honestly, this could go down another avenue, but like I'm starting to hate Nick Sirianni.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm starting to hate him. Like
right.
When he talks, he doesn't say anything except God, this, that, mentions high school and fucking flowers. It's not working. It's not working.
I'm
with you.
Kind of in the same boat.
He might not be getting through to the players anymore.
He might not be getting through the season.
Should have been fired the end of last season.
Dude, if they're 1-4 or 1-3 at the bye week, he's probably going to get fired.
Not one. I don't think 1-3.
Nobody.
1-3.
No.
1-3 after what happened last year.
No coaches get fired early in the season like that,
except the team that has championship aspirations.
I don't know. I've never seen.
I've
never seen it happen.
If they go 1-3, I don't think he gets fired. I think if they're like 1-5, then maybe you're considering it. But I don't want to go down that road right now. We can go down that road if they get to that point. I don't think we're going to get to that point, but I hope not. God damn it, I don't want them to because I can't. I'm not going to last the next. I don't want to spend my next 6 months worrying about the future of this team. I'd rather be spending it enjoying what they are. Right.
Ryan said the names on that offense.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, he's right. He's right about that too.
Has to be precision.
You scored 21 points, right?
Losing AJ Brown shouldn't matter that much.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, and this is why And I'm not disagreeing with Ryan, but I look at the defense and I go, God damn it, guys. The Pittsburgh Steelers scored 18 points against the Falcons last week, who have no offense at all.
Yeah.
They have no offense. They're terrible. They beat them by 8. They didn't score a touchdown.
That's because their defense is really good.
Pittsburgh's got a
But the
stout
Falcons'
defense.
offense
So
is
does the
not
the Falcons got a good defense.
Yeah.
right. But the fact that the Eagles only scored 3 more points than the Steelers did, and the
Right.
Steelers had no offense
That's
whatsoever.
disgusting.
And the Eagles are at home, and like all that stuff. Like you put all those things together, like it looked like going into the game is like, oh man, this is gonna be good for the Eagles. Like they if the Steelers could beat them by scoring 6 field goals, like
What was the line on that
What are the
game?
Eagles gonna do? 5.5. Yeah, trust me. If they would have kicked the field goal, I would have won. They would have went up at 6. Fuck. If they would have held them, I should say.
Right.
Yeah,
If they held them,
if they held them. Yeah. God forbid. You can't fucking stop the team from scoring a touchdown with.
Well, I mean, again, that first quarter field goal comes into play.
I know. Jay agrees with you, Ryan. Jay said he should have been fired last year, and he did. Dave Peterson said, "This is why I'm reserving my thoughts until next week." And Jay said he should have been fired last year. I don't want to go down that path
It's
yet.
gonna be even worse. Or are we going to be even worse?
But
next week?
I'm not feeling good right now. But it's week 2.
Yeah,
and look around the league. Look around the league. Look around the league. Dallas got completely annihilated by the Saints. The 49ers lost last week. Right? The Dolphins, there's other teams.
The Ravens
are 0-2.
They lost to Vegas.
The Bengals are 0-2. Like
the Ravens were up 10 with 8 minutes left.
Which, I mean, so playing devil's advocate, I know that it's not the same. Harbaugh's not worrying about getting fired from the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
That's because he's not a goofball.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he's not a douchebag.
Yeah, but Lurie's not looking at Sirianni going, this guy's a douchebag. Like he knows him better than we do, right? It's like I'm sure he's not if the guy was a complete douchebag like Chip Kelly was, he wouldn't be here.
He's
right?
a yes man, Sean. He does what he's told.
Well, I mean, that's
the only reason he's here.
Yes, but that's also why Jeffrey Lurie doesn't look at him as a douchebag.
Right.
That's
I agree with you.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But I mean, obviously, Baltimore hasn't had the success in the playoffs with Jackson or anything recently. We've been
won a Super Bowl more recently than they have.
Right. Okay. So I mean, they're 0-2. I'm just saying that, I don't think that Sirianni has to worry about his job until week 12, 13.
If things start really spiraling because of what happened at the end of last year,
it depends on how bad it looks.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly didn't get fired until week 15.
Because let's be honest, they didn't look game-wise, it looked like a competitive football game back and forth. It wasn't that the Eagles looked bad. They didn't look bad last week.
No, but I don't
Monday.
think Atlanta's very good.
And that's my concern, right?
I think they're better. I'm not saying they're an upper echelon team or nothing, but
they're better than that.
They're a good team. There's a lot of talent on that offense, and if Kirk Cousins,
Are you talking about the Falcons?
yeah, if he stays healthy and he starts getting a chemistry, there's a lot of talent on that team, and the defense is stout.
I'm not a huge Drake London fan. I think Kyle Pitts sucks. The only talent that I see is you want to give. I like Cousins enough, but obviously Bijan.
Take your finger out of there, Ryan.
They got a good offensive line, but yeah, that's it. I don't. He doesn't even have his headphones.
No, I know it's great.
But yeah, I don't even. I again, aside from Bijan, I don't think that their offense is that great.
Mooney,
the Mooney,
London,
Mooney. Come on.
Pitts, Pitts
right? He has, but they also have a really, really good offensive line.
The offensive line's good, yes.
And Kirk Cousins has proven that he can make an average receiver look better than an average receiver. He did it with Adam Thielen.
Give it a chance; he'll pick you apart.
I like Adam Thielen. Well, I mean, okay.
Yeah, what has Adam Thielen done since?
Nothing.
Well, he's in Carolina. That's where everybody.
He played another thing. He played another 2 years with Kirk Cousins after they got Jefferson, and he was a nobody. All I'm saying is, I don't think the Falcons are as bad as that. as you think. They're a good. I'll bet you they're a playoff team.
Well, they were better Monday night.
Yeah, they were.
Well, I mean, at this point, it's it's over with. They have to move on. And the question is, are they going to move on to the point where they're angry? Apparently after the game, Jalen Hurts was the one who spoke to the team. Sirianni had thoughts. He knew what he was going to say. He walked in, and Hurts was already talking to the team and yelling and screaming and carrying on and, giving his thoughts and we got to be better than this and all. And Sirianni said, you know what? He already said everything I have to say, and that's fine. And you know what? I'm going to say this.
Now, see,
kudos to Hurts for
that's
being,
what a leader does.
I'm going to give that to Hurts. I'm not saying there's people who are bashing Sirianni for that. I'm like, why? And I will defend Sirianni on that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
If the quarterback on a team is coming out and going, and he's stepping up and yelling and screaming. And
you guys fucking stunk the place up.
And I'm sure he took blame too. You know what? I got an SSCS, and I wasn't going to fucking do this. I literally, as I'm sitting here saying,
I know where you're going.
All the
I'm
week.
grabbing a drink.
This is why.
You cocksucker! I'll punch you in the mouth.
Anyone that's blaming that loss on Jalen Hurts,
that's ridiculous.
I'm sorry. And look, Phil is a good friend of mine. He was on our Corner Pub Hangout page and bashing Jalen Hurts. And dude, I don't get it.
He wasn't the only one.
You can sit here until you're blue in the face and argue about all the things that he does wrong. That's fine. But you don't give any credit to what he does right. When he basically led them on his back to the scoring drives, the next 3 drives were Jalen Hurts extending plays. And the fact that you can't see the fact that he's missing his number 1 receiver, Devontae Smith is his number 1, who, in my opinion,
is a number 1.
He's not. No, Devontae Smith is not a number 1 in the NFL. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. He's not a number 1.
Oh.
I've never felt that way. He's too small. He doesn't. I just don't. Look, the guy's got great hands, great radius. Your number 1 receiver is a star, bona fide receiver. Devontae Smith is a really good receiver. To me, he's not a number 1.
I get behind that.
He's not a number. He's a 1A. He's a 2.
I'm on the fence on that. The guys.
He doesn't get. Your number 1 is a playmaking.
How many yards did he have?
How many touchdowns does he have?
One.
He's not. He doesn't get
1
this year. He doesn't score touchdowns. He doesn't take the top off the defense like you thought he was going to. Like, look at other number 1s in the league who do that. Look at Tyreek Hill, who's a number 1. Like players like him, like players like that are the guys who I look like his number 1s.
Even the guy next to him,
AJ Brown is a number 1. AJ Brown can take the top off. AJ Brown can make people miss. AJ Brown can play all 3 spots, can catch a ball anywhere in the field. Devontae Smith can as well, but Devontae Smith's not, to me, not. I don't think Devontae Smith's putting cornerbacks and safeties' eyes, that fear in those eyes.
Yeah, can he take a game over the way AJ Brown can take a game over?
He's not. To me, he's a 2. And he's really, he might be the best 2 in the league.
Right. And the more you look,
up there. But hey, all right. So
I actually put him on that level. He's a Waddle type of player.
All right, and you know what? I think him and Waddle are considered I don't know if he's better. I think he's out there with Nico Collins. If you go around the league, you got Lamb, Hill, AJ Brown, Jefferson,
Chase. Yeah, he's not. Is he on
Chase.
T. Higgins? He's probably on the T. Higgins level.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Is T. Higgins number 1?
But the thing is other than those guys, I don't know if there's that many other guys that are bona fide number 1s that are better than him.
I mean, I don't know. Look around. I don't know.
Kupp, Nakua, maybe.
Kupp when he's healthy is. When he's healthy, absolutely he is.
I think Nakua is too.
Nakua is
St.
too.
Brown, obviously.
St. Brown is, yeah. The Bears.
Is Jalen Reed better than Devontae Smith?
No, not yet.
Right.
I'm just looking at east, south. Let's see.
Keenan Allen, when he's healthy, is he better than Devontae Smith?
Well, I mean, I think he was. I don't know if he is. He's not going to do it Chicago because Chicago sucks.
Yeah. Metcalf is he's not. I mean,
Devontae Smith's better than DK Metcalf's better than Devontae Smith.
Yeah. Samuel and Ayuk are probably both better.
Okay, maybe.
I mean, so
all right, but I mean, like
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Stop
with that already.
Neighbors, come on, stop.
Play 2 games in a
neighbors.
Play 2 games.
Neighbors.
Hi, neighbors.
So, I mean, my point is like,
so
there might be 15.
Al saying he's agree. Al says, first of all, Al says please fire Mike McCarthy, and because he's a Cowboys fan, and he also said I agree with Mike. Smith could be a number 1 on at least half the teams.
Right, and that's my point. Like, he might not be that superstar bona fide stud number 1, but he's probably a number 1.
But he's not my vision of a number 1. That's what I was. He's not.
Okay.
He's in my head. He's not a number he's not what I picture as a number 1 receiver.
Okay.
A possession receiver who might make a guy miss here and there to me is not a number 1.
Right.
A number 1 is a take the top off, change the complexion of a game.
He's a higher.
There's only,
two,
and we already saw it on Monday night.
Yeah.
He was the number 1 guy who's being double covered,
and he couldn't break it.
But he got a touchdown.
He did.
He had like 80-some yards, 90-some, like whatever he had.
He wasn't bad, but like
even a blind squirrel gets a nut.
But I'm not.
Come
Come
on.
on, that's a
What
little
the fuck
harsh.
are you
Come on,
talking
that's a little
about?
harsh. This is sober Gary, by the way. But I don't know. Like, we so Goddard 3 targets, 3 catches.
Goddard's completely overrated.
And that's my point. Like,
that's why he wasn't extended.
That's my point. Smith, as a number 1, did his job.
Yes.
Goddard, Dotson, Covey, whoever the fuck else they have.
Covey was all right.
Covey had a couple catches early.
All right,
he had a couple catches.
You need a number 2 if you have a bona fide number 1, and they didn't have anything close to a number 2.
Did you see number 2?
I did.
We'll all be a shit covered dick.
All right.
He's a solid number 2 wide receiver.
He's probably like a 1B.
Yeah, but I mean, again, a 1B on 15 teams is their best.
All right. Yeah.
Not on this team.
Well, no,
Not on this
AJ
team.
Brown.
Not on this team. You have AJ Brown, and
he's a great compliment to AJ.
But
Brown.
anyway, all right.
Yeah. Anyway,
I
we're getting off.
don't even know how I even got on this. Like, I don't know.
Right. You were just basically saying that Hurts.
Oh, so I was leading to the whole thing with Goddard and Dotson and all these other guys not stepping up. And I mean, I'm sorry, Goddard 3 catches. You're starting tight end, 3 catches. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Like all this talk about, oh yeah, we're not going to miss Ertz. He's like Ertz was so much better than Goddard. At least, blocking wise, I know Goddard's great, but whatever. But
I got to tell you, like
they missed the shit out of Ertz.
They're not extending Goddard for a reason. They're going to draft the tight end this year.
Yeah, I completely agree. They got to replace. They got to address.
Well, yeah, because he's not that good. I'm sorry. He's just.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if he can't get separated. He's not that good. He's overrated.
And when he makes a great play, he ends up hurt.
Well, yeah, there's a couple of those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alcantara did all right though. Like he had 2 catches.
Yeah, like why? So that's interesting because like I'm glad you brought that up because like why is he getting more involved in the whole offense?
Let's go, offense! Pull your head out of your ass!
I meant to do the Peterson thing, not the Pee Wee thing. Let me do it again.
Well, it's pretty. That's pretty similar.
Yeah.
I thought that was Laviolette the whole time.
No, you thought it was Laviolette?
Yeah.
That's
that's Peterson.
Pull your head out of your ass!
That was a Super Bowl year, and that was against San Fran in the rain. This is Laviolette.
Somebody tell me what the fuck is the difference now?
Come on, let's play with some jam in there.
Do I have another one? Is this
wow?
One? Is this one?
Don't waste my
motherfucking
time!
No,
that's not him. Good, but
I have another one somewhere. I don't know.
Come on, let's play with some jam.
Here's Laviolette.
This tastes exactly like a big sloppy pussy.
There he is.
Some more wet chicken.
It tastes like wet chicken. Little wet chicken for you. All right. Let's get to next week's game. They're playing the Saints, or this week's game, I should say. They're playing the Saints in New Orleans. New Orleans has set a record, franchise record for most points scored in the first 2 weeks of the season, over 90 points.
No, it's not a franchise record.
It's an NFL record.
No, they're it's like 5th or something. Best the franchise record was the Saints from like 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
They scored 91 this year. The Saints with the Breeze and everybody else scored 93.
Oh, okay.
Something
All right. So they're right.
whatever.
So they're on the record.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points. They blew out Dallas last week. Which was great. And and I reserved myself because everyone was like, "Oh yeah, fucking Dallas got blown out. Ha ha ha. San Fran lost. The Braves lost that day. The Mets lost that." Like everyone's like, "Ah, what a great day for Philadelphia." And I'm sitting in the background going, "We still have a game on Monday night." Like I'm not fucking saying a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Like I hope you all had fun laughing at everybody else because there's no guarantee, and we're still suspect of this team based on what had happened last season with this coaching staff, a new team. We don't know,
And that's why when we lost, I got like it just drags up all those bad men. Like I was like, I don't know, like I don't trust this team. I don't trust this fucking
I don't
team.
trust Philadelphia teams. Like, let's be honest.
I trust the Phils a lot more than the Eagles right now. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to win the World Series. I mean, don't get it wrong.
That's
But
not saying a lot, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. So, Derek Carr has been off to a tremendous start. Alvin Kamara is having a good season so far.
Alvin Kamara is lighting it up, and the Eagles are like historically bad against the run the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah, they're really bad against the run right now.
Since last year.
Yeah. Yep. That's, again, Mike's major concern is the defensive
line. 2 defensive tackles, first-round picks, one the runner-up for Rookie of the Year. Would have been the Rookie of the Year if he didn't fall off last year. These guys
Jordan Davis is a bust.
He might be.
He's a bust.
Carter ain't much better.
Hey, if they're not much better, then we got
a huge problem.
It's going to be a long couple of years until we can fix it.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe not. Not if your team blows this year and you get an early pick again.
Well, they got an early pick and they used it on Carter. He was the 10th pick.
I think they're too good.
And they also needed the tight end, like we said. And then Lane Johnson's the left tackle is going to have to be replaced. They need a defensive end. This could get ugly fast.
Yeah, I don't want to go there yet. Again, it's we're going into week 3 here. We're jumping the gun. We're worrying because that's what we do, and I get it. Based on these feelings that were drudged up, I totally get it. I don't blame you for feeling that way. I've been thinking about it too. I don't want to go there. We have the 2024 season here.
I'm the wait and see guy. I'm off the fucking ledge right now.
They're 1-1. Okay, they're not fucking 0-2. They're 1-1. Even if they lose this game, they're 1-2. Okay, all right, it is what it is. Hey, you know what? But let's talk about this game. All right. Derek Carr's off to a great start. Kamara, like we just said, off to a great start.
4
Shaheed,
touchdowns? That's
I mean, well, 3 of them are one game.
No, 4 touchdowns in one game, I think.
Oh, one game, yeah, it was.
The one was a receiving touchdown.
Well, 3 rushing, 1 receiving.
Yeah.
Rashid is off to a great start.
2 games in a row.
They're without Hill. Hill left the game last week with a chest injury. I don't think he's playing this week.
Okay. But by the way, Olave fucking sucks.
Yeah, Chris Olave looks like he might be a bust.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I don't know. Like, I guess we do the position matchups here and go from there. Quarterback, Derek Carr and Jalen Hurts.
I mean, I'm going Jalen.
Yeah, I'm going Jalen.
Hurts here.
Yeah, how can you not?
Running back.
I mean, their Carr's having fucking 2 massive games, but
I'm going Kamara here.
No, I'm going Saquon.
Right now, the way 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Kamara's
older than fucking 30,
and Barkley has 4.
They probably came out the same year.
Barkley has 4 as well.
Right.
Did Kamara and
Barkley scored 3 in the game 1 and 1 in game 2.
Right.
They both have 4 touchdowns. I'm not.
Yeah,
Barkley's the better back.
Yeah, but
I'm going Kamara.
Yeah, I go Kamara as well.
You're really going to tell me Alvin Kamara is better than Saquon Barkley
against the Eagles defense? Yes.
No, Garrett. It's just position to position.
If
you had to pick one, you're taking Kamara over Barkley.
I'm going
healthy. If they're healthy, yeah.
Barkley is he's as close to Christian McCaffrey as anybody is in the league.
I'm going even, personally. I'm going even.
I'm taking Barkley. I think these are all nuts.
All right, then.
Wide receivers in this game.
Without AJ
Without
Brown,
A.J.
it's the
Brown?
Saints.
Yeah.
Right now, it's the Saints.
Well,
Tight end, even despite his flaws this year, I'm still going the Eagles. I'm still going Goddard.
I might take Jawan Johnson or Jennings or whatever.
Well, that's for San Fran.
Yeah, I like Goddard.
Then it's Jawan Johnson.
Yeah,
That's-
Johnson. Yeah.
Shawan.
Offensive line.
I'll go to Birds.
Yeah, I like the Eagles.
Offensive line hasn't really impressed me this year.
Nope.
Defensive line, I'm going Saints. I don't even know how good the Saints defensive line is. It doesn't matter.
It's better. Yeah.
The Eagles defensive line blows. Linebacking position.
I don't
Let's
know
just go
anything about
secondary in general. Just go secondary in general. Right now,
That's probably even.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's even.
That's probably even.
Although
You know what? The Saints had always notoriously had a pretty good defense.
I'm leaning towards the Saints there.
intangibles, I'm going Saints, and I'm going Saints because
better coach.
Yeah, I mean, they're right now, yes, and the Eagles always struggle in New Orleans.
Yep.
They always have problems playing in that
I
stadium.
mean, let's look at the biggest intangible. Eagles coming off a shit loss on short rest,
short week,
and traveling.
I mean, I don't worry about the travel. The travel, it's an hour plane ride, 2 hour plane ride. I'm not.
It's not across the country. I get it.
No, it's down. It's down south, and you're not changing time zones or nothing. I'm not worried about that part, but the short week thing, obviously, and coming off a bad loss, a gut wrenching loss, where they're coming off a huge win against Dallas. Yeah, that's Saints. Like,
yeah.
So, do the Eagles go 1-2 or do they go 2-1? Let's Ryan. What do you think?
Ebbs and flows of the NFL season. Last week was a wacky week. A lot of teams lost that shouldn't have lost. That you wouldn't think would have lost. I think the trend continues early in the season here.
It's true.
I think the Eagles win. 31-27.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. For the reasons that you're saying, it makes sense, and I could totally see it happening. From a logical, maybe irrational, because I'm, emotional and pissed off. I don't see it right now. I mean, the Saints look like the better team right now, and I think they win by a touchdown. I'm gonna say let's go 31-24.
Dave Peterson said Eagles go 1-2. Al says if they have Brown, they win. They don't have Brown.
Brown's out.
Brown's out. So he's going to be out for a couple weeks, it looks like.
Yeah, he's not coming back till after the bye week.
He's saying 27-21 Saints. First time I've ever not picked the Eagles to win, especially on our show. That's
wow.
True.
Yeah,
Although, Dave, I don't know. End of last year, dude, I think we were all kind of done.
Yeah, I'm sure. I imagine you picked Tampa.
Yeah, when they lost to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Like this, the Eagles defense it worries me, makes me nervous. I think the Saints get the Eagles 48-17.
Blowout.
Then the sky is falling.
Then the sky's falling. Yeah.
I hope
They lose 48-17. The sky's falling.
Yeah, they get blown out. Ooh, I don't see that though. I think they're better than the. One game isn't going to define who they are. 2 games might.
Right.
Jay said Saints win going away 28-17. He has the Saints win. I'm kind of with Mike on this. I've been fighting this back and forth. I'm sorry, I'm with Ryan on this. I'm kind of with you, dude. I'm thinking this season is so young. These teams are still feeling them, feeling things out. They don't know their flow. They're all this stuff. I don't think the Saints are this good.
Me neither.
Derek Carr is not.
Carr.
No, Derek Carr is not this good. Now, there are legitimate concerns about the Eagles line. I think those are legit concerns. If you can't get in Derek Carr's face and you can't at least force him to make mistakes or something, then yeah, maybe you're. But I think that I hope that Fangio comes up with some kind of scheme, orders up some blitzes. Maybe there's some new techniques. They do something different here where they can get in his face.
And even if they eat you up between the 20s, if they do what they've done so far, except for a few drives, and make them kick field goals instead of touchdowns,
yeah,
you got a legitimate shot at winning this game.
I don't know.
Just don't let them get the ball backward on the last minute drive.
Or Saquon can catch the ball.
Like a 34-31 Eagles win, like a close, nasty.
So where you're like, what the fuck? There's mistakes. It's a little sloppy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Saints show who they should probably be a little bit. I'm not.
Derek Carr throws 2 picks.
Yeah, like something weird happens. It's kind of like the Green Bay game. I feel like this is going to be like the Packers game where it's a nail biter and they just come out on top at the end. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. And I still feel weird about it. Like even after the game, I'm like, I don't really feel like this team is.
Even with the short rest year.
Yeah, like you're still worried. And then like they end up losing next week. Like they're going to split these next 2 games.
Who do they play?
They play the Bucks. Like they're gonna split one of these 2 games. I don't see them winning both, and they're both away. So
right.
And the Bucks are tough right now. And I think the Bucks are better than the Saints.
That's an interesting division.
Yeah, all of a sudden, like that division's looking all right. And you know what? Again, things are gonna iron out.
Yeah.
Like
right.
You know, things are gonna kind of even out where you're looking at teams going, oh yeah, that's right. They're back down to earth. That to me is the Saints. The Saints are not a fucking. Nah, I'm just not buying it. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't think they're a Super Bowl contending team.
Yeah, I don't know.
Although I really don't know, other than Kansas City, who's the Super Bowl contending team right now.
Like they're clicking at every level, and other teams are not. That's all.
Yep. All right, should we do our? So we gave our predictions, and no one gives a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Let's do our predictions, I guess, for the week. Yeah, real quick. Let's run through them quick, all right?
Yeah.
Because we got some Phillies talk to get to, and we got a segment we haven't done in a while. Okay. Brian's here
now.
It's pouring out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's supposed to rain today.
Giants, Browns.
Browns.
And that's the other team. The Browns look like shit first week, and they win last week. Like it's been weird, dude.
Yeah.
All right, so the Browns. I'm going Browns.
I'm going Browns here. Quick note: the Giants were the first team in NFL history to score 3 touchdowns and lose to a team that didn't score a touchdown.
Wow.
Go Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
And they're still not the worst team in the league.
Nope.
Packers 1-1, Titans 0-2. Titans are favorite.
They are, and it's in Tennessee, obviously.
It's in Tennessee.
Tennessee's favorite because they don't know if that Jordan Love's playing or not.
Well, Jordan Love's not playing, right?
He's not ruled out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he might play.
Wow.
Dave Peterson also has the Browns winning.
I'll take Tennessee here.
I'm going Packers.
You know, like that screams to me, take the Packers. But I haven't done well this year. I'm going Titans. I'm going to go opposite. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going opposite everything I think. It can't be any worse. I'm 500 this year. Like, and pick them straight up. I'm 500. That's terrible.
I've done that before.
I've never done that before in my life.
Again, it's been a wild first 2 weeks.
I'm just happy that I'm ahead of Sean for a couple of weeks.
Dude, I've never. I mean, all the years I played straight up pools, all the years for 20 something years, I've never been like 500 ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been a weird season.
So I'm gonna take the Packers.
I'm going Titans. Bears, Colts. I'm going Bears.
The Bears.
Actually, that's a pick 'em.
That's in Indianapolis,
Yeah,
though.
I'm going.
taking
No,
Colts.
I'm going
Yeah.
Colts.
Yeah, Colts. Richardson's going to throw 3 picks, but he's going to throw for 365 yards, too.
Fat ass Keenan Allen's missing that game. Texans. This could be a good game. Texans are home favorites, or I'm sorry, road favorites. 1.5 points going against Minnesota.
No, that's the Texans all day. Sam Darnold's a joke.
Yeah,
Sam Darnold's like, again, the Vikings are 2-0, and Sam Darnold's lighting it up.
They're another team, right?
Baker Mayfield's the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Like, come on. Fucking wacky.
Right. The Eagles were 10-1 last year. What a fucking joke.
Right.
Right?
But honestly, Sam Darnold might throw like 22, 23 picks, but 4,500 yards because of Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
Peterson has the Colts 2017.
Yeah, I'm going Colts.
Chargers, Steelers.
Where is it?
Pittsburgh, their favorite 2.5.
In Pittsburgh?
Chargers.
Yeah, I'm thinking Pittsburgh.
I'm taking Pittsburgh. That defense looks fucking.
That team is totally different. I don't know if we talked about this last week. That team,
Slit
TJ Watt. That team is.
With TJ Watt on the field, yeah.
It's crazy how much better they are. Like how much one defensive player.
Oh, Herbert's
played-
questionable, by the way.
Yeah, he's got an ankle.
Done.
Yeah. I'm still taking Pittsburgh,
Yeah, I'll take Pittsburgh.
which means I'll take the Chargers. on Sunday. I may, just fucking around, I may just take the opposite teams and just Broncos, Buccaneers,
He's on full tilt there for week 2.
Broncos all the way.
That's Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'm taking the Buccaneers here.
Broncos by double digits.
Chris Godwin's having a.
Is that in Tampa?
You're
or
out of
is it
your
Denver,
mind.
right?
It's in Tampa Bay, 6.5 point favorite.
Yeah. Chris Godwin's having a great start to the season. I'm going the Bucs.
Fucking queers.
The worst team in the NFL, Carolina Panthers, 0-2, taking on the Raiders, 1-1.
In Las Vegas.
In Vegas, 6-point favorite. They're sitting Bryce Young, and this. I love this. Bryce Young's mad. Bryce Young apparently is throwing chairs and all pissed off. He is.
That's why.
He is 2-16 to start his NFL career. 2-16,
Oh, he's an immature kid.
and he can't. That was the biggest thing on him early in the season last year. Like, there's concerns he can't read a defense. He literally cannot read a defense. He doesn't know what's coming. He can't see anything happen. And that team sucks. Like, I'm gonna give him a little bit of. They're direct, but
So you know how we were talking about the Evans and Flows? I'm taking Andy Dalton and the Panthers here.
I could see Andy Dalton rejuvenating them for this week,
Yeah, him and Adam Thielen.
but I can't.
I might take the Panthers on the points. 6 points.
Yeah,
Nah.
I'm all full tilt.
they're going to compete at least a little bit more with Andy Dalton, the quarterback. I'm not saying they're going to come out and light them up or nothing, but the offense is going to compete more with Andy Dalton than it was with Bryce Young.
Yeah, I know. Vegas isn't great, but it's in Las Vegas. That would be my suicide pick this week, but I got bounced the first week, so don't listen to me.
Panthers, baby.
I kind of like
Ginger
the Panthers.
Jesus, Andy Dalton.
They're not going to go winless. Like, they're going to win. This might be the game they win. Dolphins, Seattle, in Seattle. Seattle's 2-0, taking on one of them Dolphins. Dolphins without Tua.
Tua came back to practice. He's like, I'm ready to go, coach. Put me in. Put me in, coach.
Skylar Thompson starting in a place of Tua.
Who?
Skylar Thompson. His name's
Exactly.
Heisenberg's husband.
Yeah, I'm going to go with I'm going with Seattle.
Yeah,
Seattle.
Ravens, Cowboys. Ravens 0-2. Actually, it's funny. Dave picked 24-20, so he has Dolphins covering. Seattle, Ravens 0-2, taking on the Cowboys 1-1. It's a pick 'em, basically.
You know what? It's interesting. Going back to that Dolphins-Seattle game, though, I mean, I know it's Skylar Thompson, but, man, that team's got a lot of weapons. Shane.
It's Skylar
Waddle.
Thompson, Mike.
I know, but a Shane, Waddle,
But
Hill.
it's Skylar Thompson, though, Mike. Come on. They're going to go into Seattle and win with Skylar Thompson.
Is Seattle any good?
Seattle's all right.
2-0. I mean, I don't know.
I'm taking Seahawks.
Who gives a fuck?
All right, moving on.
Next.
This is tough. This is actually really tough. This is a tough week, dude. Because the first 2 weeks have been messing with my head.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think anymore.
Yep.
On Sunday on our Corner Pub pregame show at 11 o'clock, I'll be doing the same shit. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. This might be the hardest.
That's your first mistake thinking.
Yeah.
What the fuck you want from me?
That's a problem. Yeah, you did the show. Now all of a sudden you're
I'm not going to think anymore.
you're a guru.
What the fuck you want from me?
You're a guru. So now
I literally don't. I literally go, yup. I literally highlight the teams. I'm like, yup, cover. I don't think too much about it. I'm like, yup. I pick my games the same way.
Yeah.
This year, I don't know.
Your fantasy team shit in the bed.
And they're shit in the bed too. Oh,
they're 0-2. Yeah, right.
yeah, they're 0-2. I'm 0-2 in my league. I'm 1-1 the other two. 49ers, Rams.
Wait, we didn't do the Ravens and Cowboys.
Oh yeah, we didn't. Ravens, Cowboys.
Fuck that game.
Yeah, no, I want to talk about this one for a second. So the Cowboys get shellacked at home. And say what you want, but the Cowboys are usually a good team at home. The Ravens in the last 5 years have lost 11 games that they've led by at least 7 points in the fourth quarter. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys for this one.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys bounce back this week.
Makes the Ravens 0-3.
Yeah, I can't see the Ravens being 0-3. I thought the Cowboys were going to fall off and have a bad year. I'm going with the Ravens.
Hey,
I got them. There's no way the Ravens are 0-3.
Ravens bounce back. Yeah, they get a win.
I hope so.
Dave Peterson says 30-24 Ravens. Maybe the game of the week.
Yeah,
very well could be.
Yeah.
And Al, on that note, Fire McCarthy. Al, by the way, is going to be in studio with us next Friday. Al's going to be coming back. All right. Peterson also has the 49ers beating the Rams 24-19. That's the next game here. 49ers Rams.
Yeah, I don't even think it's that close, honestly. I think that the Niners defense gets after Stafford. He's got nowhere to go with the ball. Nowhere to go with the ball. I'm taking a Niners, even though Debo and McCaffrey are out.
And Kittle's out now too.
Kittle's out too.
Kittle's out too.
Yes.
Wow.
They're missing their whole offense.
Yeah,
So the
but they
Rams,
can't stay.
Rams are missing Cup. They're missing Nakua.
That's true.
This is
All right, then that changes things. I didn't know Kittle was out.
I actually might take the Rams on the point. That's 6.5.
Yeah, I think the game's a lot closer. Like now that I know things.
I can see a divisional game that being. I can see it being about 6.
Yeah, I'm taking but I'm still taking the Niners by like 4.
Al says he cannot wait to come back.
Nice.
You gonna drink some with us, Al? He might not be able to. He just got some. He said Niners win 9-6.
Yeah, I could see that.
Next game, Lions Cardinals.
Is St. Brown playing?
Yeah. Lions 23-18. Dave has. Detroit's favored by 3.
Yeah, I like the Lions here as well.
I like the Lions to cover.
I'll take the Lions. I think the game's a little more high scoring.
I'm taking Cardinals.
I like the Lions. I think it's going to be I'm not a believer in Arizona.
I'm not either.
No, I'm not a believer.
Arizona's home. It's a weird.
Goff's going to throw for 300 yards.
Yeah, and he probably will. I just think it's a little more high scoring than what Dave said. That's all.
Chiefs
I'm thinking 30 to 20.
Something like that.
6 or something, yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a 27-13 game.
Chiefs, Falcons, Chiefs 28, Falcons 21, says Dave Peterson. Pacheco being out with a broken fibula.
Yeah, that sucks.
Falcons are underdog by only 3 points.
Wow.
Carson Steele, baby. Carson Steele.
They signed Kareem Hunt, too.
He's not.
Yeah, but
Carson Steele is going to be
Carson Steele.
No, I don't think
Steele.
I don't think they trust Steele enough. I think he's good. I think it's going to be.
What's he, the guy from
Either
Juice?
Pirine or Hunt.
No.
Hilaire.
It's been 4 years. No, Hilaire's hurt.
Oh yeah, he's on the IR.
What's his name? Not McKinney.
Oh, Jarrett McKinnon.
McKinnon is going to be the main guy. I think that's the way it's going to be.
I didn't know he was still on that team.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's not like? Are you sure he's on the team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he caught a couple passes last week. Jags, and Bills.
Bills.
Let's see,
Jags are 0-2.
Al's giving his picks too. Al actually says Cardinals as well, and he says Chiefs for 24-20. Why is this so long again?
Jags and Bills.
Yeah, Jags 0-2 taking on Buffalo in Buffalo. That's Monday Night Football. Oh, there's 2 Monday night games this week.
Yes.
I'm taking Buffalo.
What's wrong?
Yeah, I'm not gonna know how my fantasy team does until Monday night at fucking 11 o'clock.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah, because my quarterback and my top player are both playing on Monday night.
Yeah, which means that you have to stay up and you're going to be tired at work. You can't go to bed.
Nah,
sure you can.
Especially if it's a close game.
These guys do.
Hey,
Well,
I know. You do. I know when these guys go to bed.
Just set it up for an alert.
Yeah, I know. No, these motherfuckers don't respond to anything anymore.
These two
yeah.
stop texting all game, and all of a sudden it's dead silent.
No, and then the next day it's what a game. I'm like, fuck you. Like you were sleeping. You fucking fell asleep. Like come on. We know.
No, if it's the Eagles, I watch.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Eagles,
I
no, I'm not
watch.
talking about the Eagles. Like Phillies, like if it's a late game or like Monday Night Football or something.
Yeah, fuck
like
that.
Those guys get all quiet. Like these 2 guys, they get quiet. And, like you don't
I
hear
stayed up
anything.
and watched that whole game on Monday.
No, Monday you did.
Right.
It's the Eagles. No, that's different. But I'm talking about like a regular like Monday night game or something. Like
Who gives a fuck?
Oh, with the Phillies?
Even with the Phillies, we could tell. Like
Yeah.
quiet. Everyone gets quiet. I'm like, it's just Mike and I like, yo, boom, big. And then it's the next day. What a hit by Boom. I'm like, motherfucker, I know this wasn't like a 12-hour long. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched the highlights.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, last game, Commanders, Bengals. Oh, we didn't pick the Bills. And
Yeah, we
Bills.
took the Bills. Yeah.
Yeah, we all took we're on the Bills.
Dave says Jags.
So Jags are going to be 0-3.
Yeah, I called it. Doug Peterson's going to be the first coach to get fired.
Al also.
Yeah, well, I thought you said that it was going to be Sirianni. So you think Peterson goes week 4, Sirianni goes week 5?
I don't know. Like I just said that tonight. Damn, dude. Like
I don't fucking know. Yeah. Who am I? All right, Commanders, Bengals.
Yeah,
Cincinnati,
Bengals get their win.
7.5-point favorites.
I think it's actually closer than that.
Isn't Cincinnati 0-2 as well?
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
I think Cincinnati wins by a field goal. I don't think that they cover.
Yeah, I'll take Cincinnati.
Dude,
as well.
I'll tell you what. If fucking
Chase goes off in this game.
if Chase and Burrow don't come through, they're on the trade block. All right, I'm just saying. If they can't do something against Washington on Monday Night Football, and I'm 0-3, the motherfuckers on trade block. You guys, no one cares about fantasy. I'm sorry, because there's 3 guys on the fucking thing. Al's here, like Al's in the thread here. They're all my league here. So anyway, but no, all kidding aside, if the Bengals don't win this game and they lose to Washington, there are major concerns in Cincinnati.
Yep.
That's a team that you want to talk about a team with Super Bowl aspirations. That's a team. They were the biggest threat to the Chiefs. Them and the Bills, but although the Bills had concerns because of the wide receiver
2
thing,
years ago, not
Bengals were the team. So like, if they can't get it together, man, that could be a fire in there. So
I think
I don't know if the Bengals are that good.
apparently, I guess not.
Go ahead,
I think the Bengals get on track here. Apparently T. Higgins is back. That's huge for their offense. It's going to open some things up for Chase. And Burrow's going to burrow. I for real. I just think I think it's a matter of time.
Yeah,
and I think it's going to start happening this week, where him and Chase start connecting. And
thanks, buddy.
Just putting numbers out. You're not. I don't think you're putting them on the trade block because I think it's going to start this week. I think the Bengals win
last week.
What?
Didn't you play Sean last week?
Yeah.
Chase got me a whopping 6 points.
It's convenient that you're like, oh,
Yeah, that's why
like,
Ryan's supporting him this
yeah,
week.
yeah.
You know
Last
what I
week,
mean?
last week they
Yeah,
weren't going to do
yeah.
nothing, but this week
I thought we
yeah,
weren't talking about
yeah,
fantasy.
he's going to do great. Yeah.
I thought we weren't talking about fantasy.
All right.
You are, but you ain't.
That's it. That's it for fantasy.
I'm not even in your league. I get to talk all I want.
Yeah. Fantasy's great. Let's do it one more time. That's the end of the football segment on the show. Let's talk about those fighting Phils, man. So tonight,
they put up a touchdown on the field goal.
They
so far.
sure did.
They only gave up a safety.
The Phillies are officially in the playoffs. I think we could say that, right? It's 3 in the 8th. They're in the playoffs. We all knew that was going to happen. The Magic number is now down to 3.
3 for the division.
For the 1 seed? For the division?
For the division. No, the 1 seed, they're I don't even know if they're
no, this would be for division. And then all things considered, I mean, they lost 2 out of 3 against the Brewers, but they're 5 up still on the Brewers. And the Brewers lost.
But they got the bottom line, they won the 1 game there. They got the tiebreaker. That's what you really needed.
They get the tiebreaker.
That's what you needed out of that series.
3.5 up, depending on what the Brewers do tonight. It could be 4.5 up.
Okay, so the Brewers, they do own the tiebreakers. The Brewers, if they end up tied at the end, they would get the bye over them. Let's see what the Brewers are doing right now as we're talking, which is great for a podcast when you're downloading the next day and you're like, hey, those guys lost or won. Brewers are down 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th, so that's a good start.
What are the Dodgers doing?
They're not. I don't think they're playing yet.
They didn't play. They didn't start yet.
No, they're not on until after we're done.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, it's just good. Phillies are. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Phillies are in the playoffs. Let's go.
Yeah. So they're up 3. They're up 3 games. I just checked. They're up 3 games. They could be up 4, and then that would be 4.5 with 8 to go for that number 2 seed and that bye.
That's over. They're gonna get the bye. They're gonna get a bye.
They also get so it would be 4.5 up, and they have 3 games against the Nationals at the end of the year.
Yes.
The Cubs aren't playing for anything anymore either.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean they
got 2 more against the Mets. They got
then they got the Cubs and the Nationals.
And the Cubs and the Nationals. So you don't want to lose 3 or 4 to the Mets. It would be nice to get another one, but it really doesn't matter if they don't.
Can we just sit for a second and just relish the fact that the Phillies are going to be in the playoffs for 3 straight years again?
Yeah, that doesn't happen a lot, man.
And they won the division. They're going to get a pennant for the first time in a long time.
Since 2011.
Yeah.
They haven't won a division in 12 years. Like that, it's awesome. We take things for granted in this town. And I know they've had a really good season. And maybe we are a little too critical on them. And we might be too critical on them in the next segment here. But the fact is, I
talked about it last week. I mean, like everybody's bitching about they're doing this or this and that. They're this, they're strong. Like, how bad could they be if they have you're telling me that all the other teams in the league don't have legitimate concerns like they do?
Yeah, the only thing I'll say is the Phillies got off to such a hot start. Like if the Phillies didn't have the historic start that they had, we'd be really sweating right now.
Yeah, but I mean the Phillies also had a month and a half where they were terrible.
They had 2 months. Yeah, I mean they did.
So I mean, there's the counter argument.
But that's what I'm saying though. They had such a tremendous start though. I mean, an historic. It's not like they had a historically bad start for those 2 months. They had such a historically great start for those first 2 months or whatever it was, 3 months.
3, yeah.
And then they had 6 weeks of just little less than 500 ball. It wasn't like they were 3. It wasn't like they were the White Sox.
No.
They played less than 500 ball where they kept their they were trying to breathe. Their nose was barely trying to get above the water. And it was okay because they had such a great start that they were able to fend off.
It seemed a lot worse than that.
I'm sorry. And the Braves had so many injuries. And at that time is when the Mets started catching fire a little bit. And at that point, when the Mets really started waking up is when the Phillies started waking up. You know, when the Mets, and it was like, okay, now we can fend them off enough. And then all of a sudden, like the Dodgers started losing, and all of a sudden the Phillies are the best team in baseball again. I'm like, how did this? It doesn't feel that way.
Well, they're tied for that. I guess they technically have a
now, it might be,
tiebreaker. I
yeah.
think they're tied for it. So I'm not as worried about the best record. I just want the bye.
I want to buy. That's
And
all.
that's for so if they win and things go the way 4.5 up with 8 to go, magic number for that would be 4, right?
Yep.
And honestly, the 2 seed might help them more, because you would avoid the Padres and the NLDS.
Padres are playing pretty
The
good ball.
Padres are 15-15 in their last 65 games.
They're playing incredible baseball right now. That the rookie out there, like they're playing really good ball.
So that would mean the Dodgers and Padres would play, and then we would play the winner of the Braves.
Hey,
or the Mets
or
and
Mets and Brewers, right?
Mets and Brewers,
To
right.
be the best, you got to beat the best. So, you know, if teams like that are really hot right now, you're going to have to go through them possibly. So, all right. So dude, I hate to do this. I hate to be a curmudgeon, but I'm going to be. They don't feel like a championship team to me. I look at the lineup. I look at the inconsistencies with the lineup. I don't see much of a difference. Actually, I'm gonna excuse me. I'll give them a slight edge over last year with the lineup as it's formed, based on the fact that Rojas is starting to hit the ball at the bottom, where he's not an automatic out anymore.
You hope that continues in the playoffs.
But
he's done it all year. He's batting over 300 with the runners in scoring position all year.
So I'll give that, and that's big because that was a major.
Although, if you're given that, you're taking away Stott.
Yeah, where Stott is basically an automatic out at this point.
Right.
And then the lineup in general, like the power numbers are down, the consistency is down. Harper's not having the year that
He's coming back around now.
a little bit. He is. He's starting to hit the ball now. Schwarber, although Schwarber's batting average is a lot better, his power numbers are down. Bohm's starting to warm up a little bit. Bohm might actually be in a better position than he was last year. So maybe it is a little even. So then now JT though is struggling. So like
Castellanos is more consistent than he was last year.
Although Castellanos was red freaking hot in the playoffs last year though too.
Until we got ice cold.
Understood, but he hasn't had that cold stretch since June.
Yeah,
He's
so
probably been their most consistent hitter.
yeah, but like in general though, when you look at the Phillies offense as a whole, yeah, it's casual.
It's about as fucking casual as it gets.
It's in and out every night. You don't know what you're getting with this team.
And my counter for you, Sean, is that the whole team, it's a veteran team, and for whatever reason, they seem to shine the most when it means the most.
They absolutely do. They're a veteran team.
So I think in the playoffs, it's going to look different.
So Gary and I had a conversation last night about the pitching, and he said, who should be the top 3 pitchers? So Gary, who are your top 3?
Wheeler, Noah, and then Sanchez.
Completely agree.
Do you?
Completely agree.
Mine was Wheeler, Nola, and Suarez, and he disagreed. I said, because of what you just said, Ryan, Suarez is a fucking playoff pitcher. Like Suarez is, and they didn't trust for some reason last year, despite the fact that Sanchez pitched really well last year.
Yeah, he didn't get the call.
He got 2 innings.
Yeah,
and but that's going to change this year.
That shit can't happen this year.
It's going to happen. Sanchez has a big contract. He's signed. He's been the 4th starter the whole year. There is no way that Thompson can have a moment of untrust with him. You need him in the playoffs.
But you need to rely on your starters to go 5 innings at least.
6, man.
5 or 6. Yes.
Yeah.
5 or
you
6.
Don't think, you don't think Sanchez can do that?
They might be.
No, I think he can. I don't think Thompson trusts anybody enough, and he's so fucking trigger happy with that goddamn
bullpen.
They could be. They might be better off, despite the fact that Suarez isn't pitching his best right now, and Nola isn't either. Although Nola
pitched.
I know Nola got the loss the other night. He shouldn't have gotten the loss. They
He
should
gave
have
up one run.
freaking run,
yeah.
man. But they might be in better shape this year, starting pitcher wise, than they were last year.
I think
Completely agree. Completely
Yeah.
agree, dude.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't even think it's that close. I
Because
think they're
you
both
still had-
better too.
Yeah, you still had questions about you were still a little iffy with Suarez
April?
last year.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ryan.
You were still a little iffy with Suarez last year. You didn't know what you were going to get from Sanchez this year. I think they've both proven you could trust them. And the bullpen's clearly better than it was last year. Clearly.
Now I do think I think Nola. I trusted Nola last year more than I do this year.
We got a Saints fan here checking on YouTube. Saints, let's go. Who that?
Doesn't be Diddy.
No, Brian Albert. Thanks for checking in, brother. Hey, listen, man.
You might be right.
You might be right. As Eagles fans here, were we split, right? 2-2.
Yep.
Two of us put the Saints to win. Two of us put the Eagles to win. So, hey, Brian, you know what? I'm going to ask you and just check in, dude. Like, do you think this is legit for the Saints, though? Like, do you think what they are in the first 2 weeks is what they really are? So
they are who we thought they were.
Yeah,
Let them off the hook.
I think
so.
Do I have that? I think I
yeah,
have that.
Nola. Am I the only one that feels that Nola was a little better last year?
And we let him off the hook.
I got it. I'm sorry, Mike.
I think so. Yeah.
You think you don't think he's as good?
I think he's at least as good as he was last year.
Okay.
He's the same guy every year. Every year. He doesn't miss it. He doesn't miss a start. Gives you over 200 innings. Gives you over 200 strikeouts, and like keeps you in games. Even like he does have these games where, he might give up 4 or 5 runs, but he still goes 5 innings in them games. So like
all right.
That this trust and this stuff, like you hear, and I don't mean to just get on you about it, Mike. Like you're not the only one that feels that way. I just don't understand it. Noel was a hell of a pitcher.
I didn't say it's a complete distrust. I mean, I'm calling him the number 2. I'm not sure if he's better than if maybe he was just the same last year and he had a good playoff run and basing it off of that. And he could very well do the same this year. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think he's a solid pitcher, and you need him number 2 in the playoffs.
You absolutely need.
Well, you need him number 2, but do you think that he's going to be as good as he was last year?
I do.
Yes. I don't know. There's just I have no explanation for it. I feel really weird about it. Something doesn't feel right to me about this team. I don't know. And it goes, Nola is definitely a part of it to me. Like he's been so up and down this year to me. And like, yeah, when you look at his stats, you're like, oh, they look fucking great. And all this, that's fine. Apparently, Diamondbacks are only up 4-3 now.
Shit.
Yeah, they're coming back. There's something weird about this. I don't know what it is. That usually the Phillies are a slow starting team and they finish hot. Right now, I don't feel like they're finishing great to go into the playoffs. Like
I think they're doing okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Like last year's Mets.
Now it's tied.
Last year's Braves, I'm sorry.
Kind of. Although the Braves won 100+ games last year, I don't think the Phillies can. No, the Phillies can't do that now.
They could win 100+, but they'd have to like win out.
They can't win 100+. They can only win 100.
They can only win 100 even.
Period. Yeah,
okay.
At this point, they had to go 10-3 in the
right.
next 13,
okay.
and
Yeah.
they've already lost 2.
Yep.
No, they've already lost 3. They've already lost 3 games.
Yes.
Since that point, so they can't.
They can win 100.
They can win 100 on the dot.
Yeah, they got 62 losses. They're 92 and 62.
Yeah, they're not running the gauntlet. So, but anyway, I don't know what the fuck my point was. I just there's a weird feeling, man. I don't know what it is, dude. I just
on
hate,
the surface.
And I'm not this way.
Right.
Not a championship team,
Sean.
Sean.
Okay, thank you. So last night, a championship team makes this fucking play. Okay, you have one out, and a runner on second, runner on first. Routine, tailor-made double play balls hit the stop. And instead of tossing it to Turner, who's running the second base, Stott decides, I got it. He's going to run over, take it himself, throws it wide.
Yeah.
Harper can't get the ball because he has to come off the bag to get it. Harper catches it. He's off the bag. Guy's safe. What happens? Next guy, boop, hits it down the line. That guy scores. You could have been out of that inning. And now all of a sudden, instead of down by 3, you're down by 4, and then it extends the inning. They end up going down by 6, I think, at that point. So, now you extend the inning. It's simple shit like that. This team, to me, is fundamentally flawed. And again, Mike, I hear
that's on the coaching.
And I say that, and Remoto just hit a home run. There's just something weird about it. I can't put my finger on it. Ryan Adams checking in here. He said, checking in for a few. Go Phils, go Birds. Ryan, real quick before you go, brother, because I know you're out there drinking and all that fun stuff, man. Do you have any concerns about the Phillies, and do you think the Eagles win this week? And then that's what I'm gonna ask you.
So,
but the Phillies, like tonight, they're scoring 12 runs. Tomorrow they'll score 2 and lose.
That's the concern.
Okay, but they.
First of all, look at that pour. Look at that pour.
That's fantastic.
Look at that.
Well done.
Look at that. Don't you just want that right now?
Yeah, that does look good.
Gary, do you want that?
I do.
Yeah, you want that?
But I'm not nearly as concerned as Sean and Mike. I'm ready for a nice run here.
I didn't say I was
let's get that bye. I think their rotation is set up. I think their bullpen set up. And again, I'm counting on the veteran thing when the playoffs start, where it's going to look different.
That should be a thing. Yeah.
They should be better. I mean, when you look at Schwarber's hitting a little bit better for average, which is something that you need. Harper's catching fire. I think Turner.
Miami beat
Atlanta.
Well, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, that helps with the division.
Nah,
because we're going to beat the Mets, right?
Yeah,
right.
So yeah, I think that Turner's probably maybe a little bit better, but anyway, overall offensively, they're maybe just a slight bit better, but still concerning. But their starting pitching's a little bit better, and I think their bullpen's a lot better. I think their bullpen's 2 pitchers better than they were last year.
Yeah.
They're not relying on Alvarado anymore because Alvarado was shot by the end.
You don't have Kimbrel.
So those 2 guys alone, when you got guys like Estevez and Strom and Hoffman, I like the way that rotation sets up. There's a lot more arms you could throw at different teams than just like 1 or 2 guys that you just got to roll out constantly.
Right. You also got Ruiz and Kirkering.
Ruiz has been
and Kirkering, right? Yeah,
and Kirkering, man. The Kirkering was a rookie. He didn't have much big league experience last year, and he was thrown into the mix in the playoffs.
Kirkering, yeah. I mean, Kirkering though worries me this year. I don't know, man. I don't trust him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't trust
money, man.
And so that's the thing. That's the thing about it.
He's like Alvarado to me. Gary doesn't like Alvarado.
You love Alvarado.
Alvarado is my guy. I like him.
I thought you were kind of against him though, because he doesn't. So
that was Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm kind of like that with
fucking strikes.
Yeah, Kirkering and Alvarado to me are like that, like where they are more throwers than pitchers. Like they're just, if they're off, they're way off.
Yeah,
and it takes them 3 games to get it back. You're not in a position like when you're a playoffs man, you can't afford to take that.
When Alvarado is hot and in the zone, you can't hit him. You can't.
No,
hit him.
you can't.
Yeah, but it's been 2 years.
When's the last time he's been in the zone?
2 years.
I'm not saying that. I mean, Kirkland again, he's a kid, and it's his second. This is his first full season. Like really, it's his first full season. Literally to this point.
Yeah.
This is his first season. All right, so we got some feedback here. All right. So Ryan says about the Eagles, Carr coming back to mediocrity on Sunday, and the Phils are going to win the pennant. It's about to be Red October with home field advantage throughout. Dodgers are our only threat, and Shohei Ohtani isn't ready for the bank. I like it.
I like it.
I like
it.
I like it.
He looked like he was ready for anything last night, though. 6 for 6, 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 17 total bases.
Jesus.
That might be the greatest single game performance in the history of the league.
And he happened to make it
the
the greatest single offensive season in the history of the league, too.
Yeah, 50-50
season.
season.
In his egg roll that night.
So
he might also win the batting title. Like
Ohtani.
Really?
Dave,
yeah.
our old buddy Dave has a word from heaven about Ohtani.
It's a unicorn.
Straight the fuck up, Dave.
That's
Straight up.
true. So,
It's a mystical creature.
He's a mythical beast.
But again, you have Estevez instead of Kimbrel closing out games. I feel a lot better about that. So same situation that they're in last year.
Stupid.
The same situation that they're in last year.
You're searching for the last beer.
That series ends in 5. You throw Estevez instead of Kimbrel out there, that series ends in 5.
Uh-huh.
And they're in a World Series.
Kimbrel opened the refrigerator looking for the last
So
beer.
maybe that's why I think that they're going to be all right.
Yeah. Okay. Man, it's exciting, dude. Trust me. I win this. Tyler Gilbert's because they're up by 10.
They're up like 12 runs. What the
fuck's this guy?
They're probably a touchdown. More. They're up by a touchdown and a field goal.
So,
obviously, Red October. We're 2 weeks away. When that hits, you kidding me? We're gonna be fired, locked in, loaded every night.
Yep.
Like you're always gonna be, because when you're in the playoffs,
that's exhausting.
When it is, but when you're in the playoffs, you have a good of a chance as anybody else in the league. And every night, every pitch means so much,
It's
man.
different.
It is different. I just thought about it. I might have. Al said I still think Hoffman would be a great closer. That's the funny thing, Al. Like he's been
solid.
He has closed, and then they take him out and then trade for Estevez, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess he's the closer now. But I'm fine with him as a setup. Like I'm fine. I'd rather have him as a setup right now than Alvarado, who I don't know if you can find this.
It's hard to trust him.
If he can find a buffet, like you can find a strike zone, it'd be great. I'm just not sure.
Come on.
What?
Leave him alone.
He ain't wrong.
Leave him alone.
He ain't wrong.
Stop.
Ryan.
Yeah, is he wrong? Is he wrong?
Am I wrong?
Well, you know.
If he can find his family, he can find his strike zone.
Damn. You took it too far.
Ryan says his wheels are locked for Cy Young. No.
He throws for 98 miles an hour, dude.
No, there's somebody else.
Chris Sale. Chris Sale's going to win the Cy Young.
Yeah, Sale's from in Atlanta. He's lighting it up.
Yeah, Chris Sale's going to win. I look.
Doesn't he have the most wins and not top ERA?
Actually, no. He is top by ERA, but I think he's only one behind wins. I think he's only one behind Sale in wins. But Sale.
No. I'm saying that I think Sale has top ERA.
Blame it on my ADD.
I think Sale has
Sale.
I think Sale has the top wins and ERA. Not Wheeler.
That's what I mean. No, Wheeler's one behind in wins, but Sale leads in ERA too.
So Sale does.
That's what I'm
both.
saying.
Right.
I agree with you.
Agree.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm saying Wheeler is one behind in wins.
Right.
No, so I think it's a closer race than people are giving him credit for, because Wheeler's been so good. I actually had a conversation
That's
today.
a shame that Wheeler hasn't won a Cy Young.
Yeah, I mean,
he's been in the conversation many a time.
Well, absolutely, and he should be. But
so I was mailing the book out to people who took part in the book, or whatever, and the guy who's behind the counter was like, I actually, he's wearing the Philly Friday edition jersey and hat.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, man, I can't watch him anymore. I'm like, what? Yeah, I can't watch him anymore. I was like, yeah, last night sucked or whatever. Yeah, I'm out. I'm like, what do you mean you're out? Yeah, ever since, what did you say?
Oh no.
Ever since something happened, I'm out. I'm like, dude, that was like 3 months ago. It was something weird. And I'm like, but yet you're representing the Phillies right now. Like, he's like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch him in October. And then he said something about they don't have a good pitcher. And I was like, dude, Zach Wheeler, because he's not a Cy Young. I was like, he's literally a candidate for Cy Young. And I'm like, yeah, but you can't really depend on him. I'm like, Dude, he's
Fuck you
probably
talking
one of the
about?
best pitchers in the league right now. What are you talking about? Just,
Wrap
you
up
know
my
what?
books, you
Yeah, just
cocksucker.
fucking shit my books and let me get out of here.
I just, yeah, I mean, I'm not even like, it doesn't even need to be argued.
Al's right. I don't think Nolan Ryan ever won a Cy Young award ever yet.
No,
Really?
He hasn't.
Nolan Ryan
Nope.
never won a Cy Young.
Wow.
Nope.
That's an interesting stat.
Ryan and not Ryan, but Ryan Adams says not Nolan Ryan. Ryan Adams says I think it's so
Not
funny.
Brian
The Braves
Adams?
are going to be watching the playoffs from the couch. Yes, they are. They really are. For a team that, I mean, again, if they were healthy,
Yeah,
though,
they got
they were
bit with
healthy,
the injury
but
bug
yeah.
this
That
year.
happens to everybody, though. That's not an excuse.
they look.
It is an excuse,
No,
man.
it's not.
They lost.
Sure
No,
it is.
no,
They
it's
lost,
not.
They lost a lot of.
We've suffered injuries too.
Right, and we didn't make the playoffs those years.
What do you mean? Like who we had guys that were hurt this year. We're
Actually,
still
the
gonna
year.
make it.
Actually, the year that the
Like we had key guys hurt this year.
Not the guys that they had hurt. Not
Actually,
as long as
so
they
what?
did.
the year that the Braves.
Not so what?
It
If we
is
lost,
so what?
if we lost Wheeler
So
and
what?
Harper for the year, how would we do?
We performed well without Harper last year when he was out hurt.
But he came back.
But we made the playoffs, and the games that we won without him are the reason we made it to playoffs. Like, stop.
No.
Injuries are not an excuse.
The year that the Braves won the World Series, the Phillies had a chance to overtake them for the division, and the Phillies had a lot of injuries down the stretch. So like that's 1 year. I will say that. Yeah, I don't know.
Come on, losing Strider and who did they lose?
Oh, that's huge.
Was it Acuna or like
Maybe it's just
Azuna?
Maybe I'm acting like that.
No,
just
they lost. They
Braves
lost
come-
Acuna. They lost Acuna.
Yeah, they lost Acuna.
Olsen was out for like 2 months.
Strider.
We lost Harper. We lost JT. We lost Schwarber. We lost
Yeah.
we lost Bond.
guys too. We lost Boom, like who was our best hitter at the time.
We didn't lose anybody for the season though. They lost
No,
their
we
two.
didn't.
They lost their two best players for the season.
But we lost like multiple players who were big parts of our team for weeks. And weeks. So we have Weston Wilson in our fucking lineup.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
Like even Spencer Turnbull.
Yeah, but they couldn't even keep Whit Merrifield.
Oh God. All right. Well, let's get a couple more things. Joel Embiid signed a 3-year.
That was a max extension.
It was an extension. Wait, let me get the numbers right here.
I got it. It's $103.9 million.
It was more than 103.
Or 193.9.
193.
Is that what it was?
I
Okay.
mean, that's a big difference, bro.
Yeah.
Embiid had a message for the fans, which is I thought really cool. He put it out and said, "Philadelphia is home. Philadelphia home.
Yeah.
I want to be here for the rest of my career. I love this community and everything you've given me and my, my family. There is a lot more work to do. You guys deserve a championship, and I think
We
we're
do.
just getting started. Hashtag
Just getting started.
trust the process.
Get the fuck out of here.
We're just getting started in my 10th year in the league.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
What do you mean, fuck out of here?
We're
Dude,
just
so-
getting started.
I do.
Stop.
I did laugh at that when I heard that. I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, they're just getting started. Part. Well, I mean, just getting started with this.
Yeah, just getting
15th
started.
regime.
Part 7.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit.
I can't argue with you on that. However,
No.
Yeah,
you had to do it.
He's nuts.
Yeah, they had to do it. They had to.
Yeah.
They had to do it. It was the right move. I mean, he's a top 5 player. He gets max money. What else is there to talk about?
Top 5 player in regular season.
Let's give them something to talk about. That should be our lead-in song every night. Talk about love.
Bonnie fucking right over here.
Yeah.
Well, why
Nah,
are you
but
singing
the
it
Will
like
Ferrell
all, like,
version.
deep voice like a?
Let's give them something to talk about.
Yeah, voice like Fergie and Jesus. She may do
I don't know. It's warm in here. I'm nervous.
Oh,
You're
I'm nervous.
staring.
Skiddly bop bop bop.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, it does.
so good for Joel. I'm glad that he continues to stay in Philadelphia. You had to do it. You hope that he lasts this long. If he doesn't, it's still the right move. You live with
Yeah,
it.
it's that you can never deny that it's the right move. I don't think he lasts through the life of the contract. But it is nice to know, like with the joke of a league that the NBA is, that he committed to stay here for his whole career.
Yeah.
I do think that's really cool.
That's cool. That doesn't happen in the NBA anymore.
I mean, but like we said, is he going to be here by the end of his career?
No, probably not. Probably not.
No.
But I don't like if it happens. I don't think it's a situation where he's like, I got to get out.
No, it's going to be his knees.
Because I don't think he's here past the Paul George era.
Me neither.
Paul George is 5 years.
No,
Yeah,
Paul George is 4 years.
And I don't think he lasts.
How old's Paul George?
34.
30.
Fuck.
They got a 2-year window here.
This is it.
Right. They got a
After
2-year window.
After those 2 years, if they don't
You
win,
got
a championship,
you got to break it up. You have to.
That's it. I think Embiid's gone.
Fucking Kenny Loggins song.
So
If this is it.
So I mean, I hate to say it. The guy just signs a 3-year deal, and we're already talking about a 3-year extension, and we're already talking about him leaving.
I think maybe you get 3, depending on what happens in those first 2 years. Obviously, if they don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals, I agree. But they start making a little bit of hay.
Yeah, I think
maybe
that's
get
what you're
3.
looking at. You're looking at 2 or 3 years tops. I think 3 years tops.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Did he just get
Yeah, he just got hit
by a position
an outfielder?
This guy's really a pitcher.
No, he threw a 64 mile per hour.
Yeah, it was a lob. He got hit in the back, and
he couldn't get out of the way of that.
you know what's weird though? Like,
They put him in like, come on, let's get out of here.
look at him. He turns his back. He's like,
Yeah, he could have got out of the way of that.
you know what's funny about the whole thing?
What the fuck?
This guy's throwing 64, right?
Oh, he threw a 73.
Actually,
that was his
70.
fastball.
73, and look how slow it looks.
Yeah, that's wild.
I guarantee
I
you,
would not be able to catch up to
I
a
was gonna-
73 mile per
I
hour
was going to
fastball.
say
No.
the four of us couldn't throw a 73, let alone catch up to a 70. I could catch up to a 73.
Yeah, I think a 73 mile an hour.
Catch up to a 73. I can't throw 73. I don't think.
I don't know if I drive the ball, but I believe I could hit it.
73 is faster than you think.
I hear you, Mike.
I've seen Ryan swing a bat. I don't think he can catch up to anything.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying just stand in there and do it like tomorrow, but like,
My God.
but like if I played ball and got, for like 2 weeks, I think I could catch up to a 73 mile an hour fastball.
All right.
I'd make contact, I believe.
Well, what are you talking about?
I'm ready to go.
What you're not even drinking. What do you got?
All
Call an
right.
Uber?
All
right.
Do my segment.
All right, Ryan, or Jesus Christ, Gary, do your segment.
He's got to
here.
do a segment so he can go home.
No, you gotta-
Houdini.
You're not even drinking. You're
So
wait.
what does that mean?
You're lasting the end of the show.
10-15, cocksucker.
No,
What do you mean 10-15?
we last further than that, dickhead.
No boner coverage for Gary.
No, we do. So
Ready?
calm your tits.
Ready?
No, not yet. Fucking
Fuck
hate
you,
this guy.
Ben.
Fuck you, Ben. The
Fuck
fuck
you,
you, Ben. Fuck you, Ben. Fuck you, Ben. Fuck you, Ben.
Sober
Fuck you,
Gary.
Ben. Where the fuck you, Ben?
I'm not sure I like him any more than drunk Gary.
Where you been? Brought to you by Gary. Here we go. I can't wait to hear this one. I'm
Charlie Gardner.
That's a good one.
He was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles in the second round of the 1994 NFL draft.
Second round. I didn't realize.
Talking to Mike, Gary.
He was multi-talented running back and an excellent receiver. In week 6 of the 1995 season, he had 9 carries for 120 yards and 3 touchdowns in the win over Washington.
I remember that game.
Remember what number he wore?
30.
Sir.
9 carries for 120 yards. It's like 13 yards a carry with
What
3
fucking
touchdowns.
number did he wear?
Come on, Gary.
30.
30.
30. All right. So in the 2002-03 season with the Oakland Raiders, he was the team's leading rusher with 962 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Oh, that's right. You went to the Raiders.
While also leading all NFL running backs in receiving with 91 receptions for 941 yards.
91
1,800 1,800 and plus yards.
Wow, that's a good
total
season.
yards.
Wow.
And another 4 touchdowns. The 91 receptions for 941 yards were the 5th and 4th most in NFL history by a running back. Respectively, he also previously held the record for most rush yards in a game by a 49er, later broken by Frank Gore. The crossed forearm symbol he displayed after scoring was a tribute to his neighborhood of Bally's Crossroads in Virginia. In August of 2005, Garner was released by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after suffering a knee injury from the previous season.
What year? 2005.
2005.
Wow, he played. Okay. Wow.
So he 11 years.
I don't remember him playing that long.
During his career, he rushed 1,537 times for 7,097 yards and 39 touchdowns. Caught 419 passes for 3,711 yards and 12 touchdowns. All right.
Wow, man, that's over
He's
10,000.
good back.
Yeah, that's over 10,000 yards of production and what, 50 touchdowns?
Yeah, that's a good season.
During his
Good
career,
Good career.
That'd be a record for a
Yeah,
season.
it'd be his record.
during his career, Garner was nicknamed IO, which stood for instant offense because he excelled at both rushing and receiving.
Mm.
In 2017, post-football doctors have told Garner they believe he has chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which
CTS.
yes,
Mm.
which
That sucks.
in recent years has become a plague for former NFL football players. It can only be diagnosed after death.
Damn.
I don't, a quote from Charlie Garner, I don't have all my faculties anymore.
Oh no.
I
Ah,
can't
shit.
I can't remember things. When I go to the mall or grocery store, I have to have one of my kids with me to remind me where my car is parked.
Another. I got a live quote from him.
I work with retards.
I have trouble remembering conversations I had 5 minutes ago.
Shut that cunt's mouth or I'll come over there and fuck start her head.
Jesus.
Bright lights bother me almost to the point where I have a seizure. I just don't feel right all the time.
Damn.
Yeah, that
That
sucks.
sucks, man.
You're going to have something oozing out your ears, and it's not going to be machismo. No, it's going to be called something else. Yeah.
Damn it.
It's going to be called something else. Yeah.
That sounds like something you put on the side of a Nissan car.
So I guess he
Machismo.
ain't working or doing anything anymore.
He doesn't remember.
Damn, dude. That's
Yes.
He always forgets to turn his
depressing.
alarm on.
He's good friends with Brian Prop.
Yeah.
he only has sons, and he's like,
He's got my daughter in
damn, that sucks, dude.
Hey, the Phillies won.
Every 5 minutes he's yelling to keep me
Yeah,
coming.
that was a
day
close
and
one.
night.
He's like 10 seconds. He's like 10 seconds.
Keeps me
Tom.
coming day and night. Fuck shit. Keeps me coming day and night. Fuck shit.
He's 10-second Tom.
10 second time.
That's a shame, man.
Bunch of
Dude, I didn't know.
Yeah, that's
that-
fucked up, man.
That's
That's
brutal. That I was going to say, let's get him on the show. He wanted to know who you are.
Oh, damn, it's Brian Prop.
Damn.
Nah, Brian Prop.
I don't know what you want me to do.
Man, how about
My head hurts.
Yeah, but he had a stroke. It's a little different.
that's pretty wild, man. All right. Excuse me.
So they clinched. They're 7 games up with
He's the same age as I am.
8 left.
Charlie
8 left.
Garner,
So their
8 left.
magic number is 2,
Yep, down to 2.
down to 2 now.
He was born in May of 72.
For
So
the-
if you win another game, you win another game in this series, they clinch the
it's
division.
over. Yep. Correct.
Well,
Because it goes a win or
Right.
a Mets loss. So if
Right.
it's-
because
it's
because
2.
the fact that you beat them. Yeah.
So that's a first round bye then, right?
No,
No.
not yet. Not yet. But they're
gonna
getting a first round. They're getting at least a 2
they
seed.
need to finish in the top 2 in the division or in the
I
conference,
know. Yeah, they will.
the league.
They'll get it.
But they're 3.5 up now, possibly 4.5 if the Brewers lose.
Dave,
And
what's
they-
the
And
with-
they have the
what-
tiebreaker.
Dave? What do we?
And
Oh,
it-
7-4.
Well, that's the half that I'm saying.
That's the hit. All right.
Diamondbacks are up 7-4.
Who they
Bob.
playing?
They're playing the Brewers.
Playing the Brewers, who we need to lose.
So if the Brewers lose, that makes it 4.5 with what did we say, 8 to go?
8 left.
So which basically
Alec Baum, Chevrolet.
So that would mean that even if we lost
all,
all 8 games, they would have to play 500, or they'd have to
Yeah.
play. They'd have to play 5. They'd have to win 5 of 8,
it's over.
Yeah.
They're gonna get it by. Yeah. All right, let's do while you were drunk. and
which
call
is
the
going to be
sh-
great because they're going to be able to rest up a little bit if they don't
Dude, they
care
need
about
it. They need it too
Yeah.
because although
if they don't care about trying to get that home field against the Dodgers.
that's the thing because the Braves did that last year where they sat for the last 2 games 2 weeks of the year and then they came in the playoffs ice cold and
Right.
then, you know.
And that is a concern, but I said it earlier. I'll take the rest over the chance of rust any day of the week.
That's why I don't want them clinching too early.
Yeah.
Play the last week or so, and then like the last series, maybe you don't have to play all your guys, and then it's a 5-game series at the most. I'm sorry, 3-game series. I'm sorry, at the most.
You're all for a
Still
week. You're all for a week.
Yeah. So like rest up, get your pitchers get your pitchers going, and you have injuries on this team, so it gives you guys a chance to recoup. So it's what they need, man.
The last 2 seasons, they didn't get the first round bye, and they lost.
No, they won. Well, I mean, they
lost in the playoffs.
But they beat the team who did get a first round bye.
Right. Oh, I'm just saying.
That's the concern. Right. That the team who got the first round bye lost. The Dodgers lost last year. The Braves lost last year. Like, yeah, it is a concern.
Right. And then you have players that get hot, and then you have a week off. Your hot players are going to cool off.
Right. Baseball is repetitiveness, and it's different from football where you're not going to guys know how to run routes.
Yeah.
But guys who don't watch live batting practice for 3 days, 4 days, it's
you got to keep doing it, keep doing it.
Hitting the baseball is the hardest fucking thing to do.
So, do you think that at some point, if this continues to happen, that they make changes?
No.
What? Not at this point. No, because if you're gonna get a bye. First of all, Rob Spire goes, "Are you guys still in the air?" Yes, we are. We're not doing boner coverage yet, man. We're still doing the show. We're getting there. Dave Peterson said, "No rest. We get rusty. Look at the All-Star break."
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, it is concerned, dude. I am a little concerned about it, but I'd rather have the bye than not.
Right.
I'll see it.
I hear you, but at some point,
I wouldn't.
At some point, you wonder if it's better.
I'd rather not have it.
You might be right. I mean, if it happens again this year, I mean, it's going to more times than not.
I look at this team though, and I look at guys like JT and Harper who are who are fighting through his shit right now.
Yeah,
I'm okay with them taking get their bodies right a little bit.
It's the playoffs. Spray with Windex and get on the field.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep. All right. So I know you want to get out of here. While you're drunk, here we go.
I am not drunk, man. You're trying to make me drunk.
It's time to catch up on some things.
There's no rush, man.
Do you think a 6-pack is acceptable?
Wow.
You yelled at me, so I sat down.
I'm drunk and I love it.
Good.
You have to take a
You said you hated me.
Go on.
It hurts.
Take
It
a
hurts
couple
right here.
trips.
No, that's right. We did say that.
He yelled right at me. I fucking hate you.
So we mentioned it earlier real quick, but Ohtani, while you were drunk, became the first Major League Baseball player ever to have a 50-50 season. 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases. I'm surprised that he's the first one.
So am I.
Like, how did Barry Bonds not do that?
He didn't have the stolen bases, did he?
Sure he did. Barry Bonds was
early in his career.
I
Yeah,
understand,
he did.
but he didn't have the.
He didn't have that much pop early in his career, though.
Yeah, he wasn't on steroids yet.
Right. And once he started the roids and hitting home runs all over the place, he stopped
Obviously-
stealing bases.
Yeah, obviously.
Not
Hendricks-
stop.
Get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
Speaking of steroids.
Speaking of steroids,
Yeah, that's
Sean,
right.
you
That's
didn't-
why.
You didn't tell these guys your story about the little old lady's husband.
Oh yeah.
I'm coming day and night.
So when I was shipping some books off, advanced copies off at the store, this little old lady walks up and she goes, she's, and the poor guy, dude, he's doing, I got 15, 16 books, and it takes a while. And this lady walks in, she goes, take your time. I'm retired. I have nowhere to be. She can tell it's a book, in the package. She's like, oh yeah, so I said, yeah, it's about Philadelphia sports. Oh, my husband used to work for the Eagles. And I'm like, oh. She goes, yeah, for 15 years. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I kind of waited. I was like, well, what did he do? And she gives me a smirk. And she goes, drug testing. And I'm like, oh. I was like, oh, he must have had a fun. She goes, we made a lot of money. I was like, oh. She goes, is someone tested positive? I mean, look, I don't know her name, so I can.
Right.
She said, if someone tested positive,
We don't even know the time frame. It
they
doesn't
wouldn't
matter.
release it right away. They would test and test and test and test to make sure it was really positive. And if it wasn't, No, you're good. It was a false positive.
It was a dud. Giving him the opportunity to play.
Yeah.
Yep. The guy played. He worked for the NFL, but worked with the Eagles because it was local. Your local chapter. So,
Right.
although now I'm saying that, and if someone's fucking listening, they're gonna figure it out. But anyway, he's retired now. Anyway, the fuck doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Like, come on.
It's pretty
The
cool.
habits-
Like,
the habits
Yeah,
in
is
every
anybody gonna,
sport.
you didn't give a time frame. You didn't give
Yeah, that's true.
And whether it's like unless it was like crack or heroin, like most of it was probably marijuana.
Plus the fact that it's all hearsay anyway. Like
That's true.
You're whispering it down the lane. Oh, I met some lady. Like,
But what if it's their say instead of hearsay?
hmm.
You know what I mean?
I didn't really think of
moving
it that way.
Moving on.
What if it's hearsay? HERE.
What
It's
the
like
fuck?
it's like playing it by ear.
What if the H is silent and it's earsay?
Oh, what if it's hearsay?
Yeah, like play it by ear.
Yeah, like hearsay.
I don't fucking understand that. Like, so what?
All
I'm
right.
gonna play it.
Good night. I'll talk
You
to
know,
you
with my
Thursday.
ear.
I'll
I don't
talk to you
understand.
tomorrow.
What if it's Scott Airsay? All right.
He'll just take over the whole episode.
Mayor Parker.
You asked for this story.
Yeah.
And somebody will be mad.
Mayor Parker of Philadelphia has agreed in principle to allow the Philadelphia 76ers to build their stadium in Chinatown.
Told you. Told you they weren't going to Camden.
Yeah, you did.
No one wanted to go to Camden.
I mean, the facility they're wanting to build.
Actually, facility, the practice
Like,
facility
goddamn
there
it.
is fucking beautiful. Like it's
In Camden, yeah.
yeah, dude, it's really nice out there. But
your hair smells fucking beautiful.
It's because of the fucking beautiful thing.
Is that to the mayor?
No, the fucking beautiful part.
Oh,
yeah. So you guys are saying that?
Oh, beautiful.
Because we thought we had to deal with the Sixers like years ago, and they invited us out to their practice facility. So we went out and we got to see the 2 trophies they won, and all that. It was cool, and they were just I think Michael Carter Williams was just drafted or something. It was like right before they drafted Embiid.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, so you guys are interested in season tickets, right? Like, what? The fuck? Like, this is what this is about. Like, this is we went to work
It's
up
like a
some
timeshare.
partnership. Like, yeah, like something.
It's like South Park, dude. It's been 12 hours. Where the hell are our parents?
Yeah, the ski lodge.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And you're gonna have a really bad time.
If you French fry when you're supposed to pizza, you're going to have a bad time.
I'm glad you and I got that, Ryan. Yeah. So your thought?
You don't want to ski down that mountain.
You don't
a lot of
you don't wanna do that.
history on that mountain.
Was it Black Mountain or something? What's it called?
Yeah,
Something like
like
Black
that.
Mountain or something.
Why are you associated
with
these guys?
It's funny.
I'm sure it was a great episode. I just have not been able
It
to
was-
keep up
that
with
was
all
great. It was-
8,000 episodes of South Park.
Fantastic. All right, thoughts. Chinatown. I'll never go. I'm out. I don't care how.
I thought you said that you thought that it was a good spot for it.
No, I don't.
I thought
know.
you said that like the public transportation, everything like leads
That's the
to it.
only thing that's good about it. Parking's gonna suck. No one.
That's what I'm worried about. How are you going to fit
L
parking?
goes right there.
All right, so you park.
L goes right there.
Yeah,
but
I'm
how
not
do you
riding
get
that
the L?
shit at 10:00 at night. Oh my God.
Why not?
How do you get to the L?
What do you mean? Why not?
What?
You know where I live? I gotta fucking take.
So you park at my mom's
I gotta
house
take
and you
3
take
trains.
SEPTA.
I gotta take 3 trains back to home.
No, you park at my mom's house and you take SEPTA.
Oh, that's true too. All
You'll be
right.
there in 20 minutes.
All right, maybe that's.
And you'll be back at my mom's house in 20 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, but parking around your mom's house is a
That's
pain
a
in the
bitch.
ass too.
Oh my God!
It'll be a lot easier than Center City at the Sixer Stadium.
You're right. You're right. No, you're right. It's just that it's Chinatown.
Wasn't there supposed to be a parking thing on top of the thing?
Stinks.
On the top of the building? There's supposed to be parking.
No, dude. They're not putting parking on top.
Or
Actually,
vanilla.
if the drawings, the renderings are correct, it's gonna be a really nice looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what the fuck, dude? I don't know, man.
Like
It's
there's
just,
going to be businesses in
dude,
there.
the
too.
Chocodero was hard as shit to park. Like, and you're gonna put a fucking stadium that holds 30,000 people there in the middle of Chinatown. Look. If you're gonna ask me right now, would I rather have them there or
Camden.
in Camden? Yeah, rather have them there. but I'm not going.
And they're gonna account for parking, man. Like there'll be a lot.
You're gonna lose Mr. Lee's spot. Look, Mr. Lee's gonna lose his store because of this fucking place.
Well, thank you.
Tommy Chang Chong is gonna
Are you
lose
leaving?
his fish market.
See,
Thank you.
You
can't
can't
lose
hang.
this fucking-
No.
Yeah, this is
No.
great.
It may. It will.
I don't care if I come out.
Al said.
So what?
Al said the lead singer.
You pussy.
No, you're
No.
not.
Bye.
You're not.
You get no. You get no fist
Put it back
bump.
on.
No.
Al said the lead singer of Journey is going to sing the national anthem.
Now I get it. I was wondering what he meant, but now I'm the kid. Yeah.
Roll, stop, we're even. The reels in the sky keep on running. All right. I don't know. What do you in or out?
I'm in.
I'd rather stay in South Philly, but
Are you in or out?
I'm in.
You're in?
I'm in.
yeah, what do you care? You're never going to go either way.
All right, this one.
And it's not happening for another 10 years. So
No, it's not going to be that long. A couple years.
yeah, it is.
Less than 5.
No, it'll be final. It'll be finalized and everything in a couple of years. It's not going to be built and open until 2032, 33.
Is that what they're saying?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I have to get the fucking Mexicans, get them to build it. They'll fucking vote for Harris. That shit will be built in fucking 2 years. So
Yeah, because you don't stop them coming over.
that's what I'm saying. Nobody wants those jobs anyway. No Americans wants those jobs. What American
want a high-paying construction job?
Well,
What
shit,
a-
in 10 years, we'll be closer to retiring.
That's
it won't be
right.
that bad.
What American wants to harvest
Getting down there.
strawberries anyway? Right? They're the ones doing it. The fucking anyway. All right.
Dude, I was in.
Yeah, the grass
I
has got
was-
to be cut.
Am I wrong though?
No shit. I'm not shitting you.
Find me the next fucking
My-
white landscaper.
My I have family. My grandmother, my my aunts and stuff that live in Plant City, Florida.
Plant City, see?
Plant City, Florida. I watched, and yeah, they were Mexican. I don't want to.
They
unfortunately,
fucking
dude,
work.
They
work.
ran their ass. They got paid by the fucking bushel.
They work.
They ran their asses off to grab and then went like.
When I lived in North,
And by they, we mean really good workers and really good people. That's what we mean.
when I lived in North Carolina,
They worked their asses off.
they would come up to work the seasons in the farms.
They
And you box trucks, like box trucks,
Yeah.
with the thing open, full, just hanging on, barreling down the fucking highway.
Steve Bennett and Connor aren't fucking doing that. Like fucking Juan, Marshawn, and fucking
Jose.
Javier are the ones
Jose.
that are fucking knocking that shit out. Like,
And
it's
Jose's the,
Am I wrong?
Jose's the
You're not
foreman.
lying. I'm not fucking
Jose's the
wrong.
one on the rider.
It's not racist. It's
I'm
the,
fucking
the Mexicans and you know the
Arriba
that's
la
who-
raza!
They're the ones that are
Dude,
doing the
Conan.
landscaping.
Fucking Conan was the motherfucking shit. His top button was the only thing that was buttoned. Arriba la raza!
Eddie Guerrero.
Yep. And then you're just like, you're trying to explain to them, like, stop putting the, don't stop cutting that shit too
See,
short.
here we go.
And
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
See,
all right.
see.
This is fucked up.
Gravity gas, Holmes.
In Detroit. So the Lions lost last week.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
2 people were shot dead in the street right outside the stadium.
That's fucking disgusting. But
And
we're the
someone-
asshole fans.
And someone got video. Dude, that shit's gonna stick in my head.
I didn't see it, and I don't want to see it.
Dude, the one guy's laid on the side. I didn't see him. The other guy's laying next to him, where his body is basically up on the curb. His back is on the curb. His head is laying on the curb and just
Dead?
Dude, it was he's
killed him.
dead. Dude, they shot him dead outside the game over an argument about the game. All Lions fans. They were both Lions fans, and had an argument after the game, and he shot him dead. Shot him and his friend dead on the fucking
Over nonsense.
over a fucking football game. Like, dude, I'm sorry, and this is what.
I want him dead. I want his
All right,
family.
no,
dead.
stop. That's
See,
not.
that mean-
That's not nice. Stop.
I want him
Now
dead.
stop
I
playing
want
it.
his family dead.
I want his house burnt to the
The first time I thought he did it as a mistake, but no,
Not Sean.
not the second time.
What about the horse?
No, but all things.
You get shot.
Oh no! But let's get back to being serious.
You get shot and you barf up your nachos. Ooh!
No, and then he left him there for 12 hours.
It stinks.
So
I don't know. Like, how do you go from being serious to playing shit like this, and then you're gonna try and circle back and be serious? Like, all right, so getting back to reality here.
let's circle back. Let's circle back.
Got a nice little man.
Let's circle back.
Stop.
But this is something I bring up in the book. When's the last time someone fucking died at a Philadelphia sports event?
Never happened.
Doesn't fucking it? Well, it has. 40 fucking years ago, it happened. Out before a game outside of the stadium.
Flyers.
It was an Eagles game. Someone got sucker punched.
Oh yeah.
Broke a neck, and it was like a fucking accident. It was supposed, it wasn't
Like it was. His intent was not to
he
kill
didn't
him.
shoot him.
You're right.
Like he didn't shoot
He
somebody.
didn't try to kill him.
Like that shit doesn't. But it happens every fucking where else. But yet we're the bad ones who get the rap. L.A., San Francisco, every fucking year. Baseball. Giants and Dodgers fans kill each other every fucking year. Every year they kill each other in the parking lot. Doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
Wasn't there an incident with Buffalo and dildos?
Yeah, but they don't kill anybody except for
It's fucking dildos. You don't
What
do
is
that.
it?
They
What
didn't kill
does doing anything?
That's funny.
It was at a football.
So what?
Al said RoboCop's starting to come true in New York, in Detroit. All right,
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
that's right. P. Diddy was speaking of dildos. Gary, speaking of dildos.
P. Diddy.
P.
I have
Diddy,
not followed any of this.
P. Diddy was arrested. They found multiple AK-15s,
drugs,
a lot of lube.
Yo, over like
Baby oil.
1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Get KYE.
784 dildos.
Stop.
In his house. 784 dildos in his house. So, all right. So, Mike, he had a sex trafficking thing. He's been accused of running a sex trafficking thing. And it's been absolutely insane, this whole thing.
What a slime ball.
Dude, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean,
Yo, the floodgates are going to open because he's going to rat.
You want to hear that?
Moist.
Wow.
That's one word a man should not say.
Well, that wasn't a man that said that.
It's moist.
Moist.
Dude, the mouth.
Oh,
it's nasty.
That clip's called Duncan Hines.
It's just called moist. Duncan Hines.
But yo, the floodgates are going to
I don't
open because Diddy's going to rat on everybody. Any
Dude,
dirt
that's
he's got.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z,
Gonna-
Beyonce, Usher.
Yep.
Gonna get my gun.
We got Drunk
Come
Phil's
back.
checking in.
Shoot everybody.
That's right. Fuck the Mets.
Fuck the Mets, baby. Fuck
That's right.
the Mets.
What's it? It's what did we just say it was?
Three.
One?
Two.
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 So yeah, win one of the next two, and it's over.
It's over. Braves play the Mets against each other. It's over. Right? It's over. Let's go. Again, I mentioned earlier, Drunk Phil's fans Thursday, the 26th, 7 o'clock. I'll be doing a guest spot with them. Do a podcast.
Sean
man.
is
It's
going to
good
be
shit.
here. Sean's got like 6 podcasts in the next.
It's-
You got this, you got the Sunday thing, and then you got the Thursday show.
With Drunk Phil's fans, which is gonna be a good time. Drunk Phil's fans, like I thought we were crowded. Drunk Phil's fans got like 17 people on their show, man. It's fun, dude. They have a good convo.
Nice.
It's good shit. Especially now, dude. We're getting
It's a
that's why I
great.
said,
It's a
let's do-
great time to do it.
That's why I said do it now, man, because we're right at the end of the season. Like
You're like, oh, maybe
playoffs
they'll
are gonna
clinch
start.
the. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like
Yeah,
they're
it'll be clinch.
definitely clinching. I mean, it's
that's gonna be fun. All right. Yeah, so the P. Diddy thing, dude. Like Ryan, I'm sorry, you're right, dude.
You think he's going to snitch on everybody?
Oh yeah, he's going to snitch on everybody.
Look at him.
Yeah,
Look at him. You're gonna tell me that dude ain't gonna be snitching on people? Look at him.
He's not trying to share a fucking cell with R. Kelly. Nah,
Dude,
Jay-Z,
Jay-Z,
Beyonce, Usher.
Usher doesn't surprise me.
Usher, really?
We've had conversations. Usher,
really?
Dude, Usher's already been accused of shit before.
Seal, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Radio?
Yep.
Yeah.
Radio's gonna get.
Wow.
That doesn't surprise me actually.
Really?
Like it came out.
Me.
It came out that like who else could be linked to all this?
Well, how did they find out who else could be linked unless somebody else was talking already?
Right. It's the investigation that's going on that like when they raided Diddy's house and all the shit, everything they found, it's just leading to one alley after another, man.
Who was the one?
Jesus.
Who was the one Who was the one rapper who basically said, "Wait until you hear this shit"?
It was Cat Williams. Cat Williams and
the one. There was one rapper.
Was it Kendrick Lamar?
No,
50
no.
Cent.
Yeah, you're right. Gary's right.
Yeah.
Gary's right. It was 50
Yeah.
Cent. 50 Cent came out and said, "Man, shit's gonna come out," and basically like, yeah, this shit.
Dr. Dre's on that list.
Really?
Yep.
Is he really?
Yep.
Usher doesn't surprise me because there's already been accusations against Usher, and then he got named as the fucking halftime show. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
If this comes out that he's part of this,
of course he's done.
Yeah, he'll be done.
He should have been done. Dude, he was done before. He hadn't had a song for 20 years, and they bring this fucking asshole out.
People like him
to do it. I don't.
He could dance. That's his thing.
Fuck. You gonna dance if you want to. Yeah. You're gonna leave your kids behind.
His asshole Gusher.
I think it's a different type of dancing.
Oh, is it? It's different.
Yeah.
Gusher.
It's more like the Michael Jackson type.
The bears can smell the menstruation.
That's what kind of dancing he's into.
Oh.
Dickhead. Oh, god damn it, dude. Like, I don't. Disgusting. And like Mike said, I never liked him. I never liked fucking P. Diddy. I always thought he was a fucking fraud. The whole. Dude, so
his biggest songs were sampled from other people.
Absolutely.
Arrogant, self-righteous
I'll be missing
cocksucker.
you was Sting, right? Like,
I'm coming out. I'm coming home. I'm coming out.
Every fucking hit song he ever had.
Yeah.
Every hit song was a sample.
And I'm like, why is that? Like, everybody's just gonna like overlook that, and
where it wasn't even just a sample. It wasn't even just a sample with P. Diddy. It was that he took the chorus and just changed the words.
Right.
He never because think about it, Beastie Boys did it with Led Zeppelin. Like there's a lot of artists out there.
Hip hop it is sampling. Like that's what it is.
And made millions.
Even
millions.
Even Vanilla Ice. He didn't do I'm sorry, Vanilla Ice, and then even MC Hammer, same thing.
Yeah.
They didn't change they changed the chorus. It wasn't like I'm trying to think.
They ad-libbed.
What the fuck was the name of Vanilla Ice's song?
Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah, it was like Ice Ice Baby, and like the form of
in Queen.
Under pressure. Like
Yeah.
he changed it.
Right.
He changed the whole thing.
He remixed it
Completely.
Yeah.
But they just used the samples, the backing track. Puff Daddy never did that. I'll be missing you.
Right, because he did
change one fucking word. Like he was
but he became a
fraud.
producer, or like I don't know, whatever.
It's a piece of shit. That's
made
what he
millions of dollars, man.
Yeah, he did.
Apparently he made millions of dollars trafficking too.
Turns out he's a fucking touching men and kids and fucking he's a fucking weirdo. Fucking whack job.
And apparently there's a lot of other people that
a lot of people
did
right
that
now.
shit too.
My daughter in there.
No, that's my son. He's in there.
Oh
my son's in there.
All right, we got to get this going, fellas. I got to get up early.
Weird not having anybody come on you.
But yeah, I won't be upset if Beyonce is actually parts of this and goes into it. I hate Beyonce too.
She's got
All
too
right,
much money.
I promise these guys we do it on the podcast because they hit me up. Echo Trend.
Yes, sir.
A band from Florida. This song's called Erase Me. They have a new singles coming out right now. I don't know what's going on with the album. I don't know if the new album's coming out or what, but
No, they said it's just going to be singles for right now.
For now, yeah.
How did you not bring up while you were drunk the fact that Metallica's coming to Philly?
Yeah, man. Well, because I don't want everyone else getting tickets. Fuck those people.
You're a legacy member.
That's good.
You're a legacy member. You're going to be.
That boner coverage conversation between me and you, because these two guys are fucking chucking out. 'Cause, you know, yeah, this one's sober and that one's home.
Oh, bucket list guy. First of all, you're not talking in the mic. Second of
All right,
all,
well,
bucket list guy.
Well,
I'll be on a cruise.
I understand.
We'll be on a cruise.
Yeah,
Both of you guys are on it.
Well, I'm going to Tampa in June too. You know, I'm just saying.
I'm not sitting out in the heat. Fucking
See, bucket list guy,
No.
but I can't sit out in the heat.
No, I'm not
I'd
sitting
love to go. I can't afford it
The
though.
blazing sun in Florida? No, not doing it.
What does Florida have to do with the?
I don't.
Tampa
handle the heat.
is a month after. Well, 2 weeks after Philly.
Oh, you're thinking about going?
I'm probably going to go. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to both.
Yeah, I think so.
You stay with your mom and then
Yeah.
travel. Okay,
Yep.
that's a bit of a hike, isn't it?
2-hour ride.
Oh, it's on
for her, 2.5.
Okay.
And then, yeah, well, I figured it out. All right, that's boner coverage conversation. This is Echo Trend. AEKOTREN. Echo Trend. Look them up. Great band. This is one of their first songs in 13 years, man. they're a really good band. Heavy as shit. This is more aggressive than some of the other shit they've done, but I got Ryan hooked on them, man. Good band.
Yeah, they're a good band.
So
Good
want to
band.
play this out tonight. Guys, this was a good show. We had a lot of good conversation. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Check out Your Team Sucks. SUX. Corner Pub pregame will be at 11 o'clock on Sunday on our channels and, of course, on Heat Ratio Sports. Ryan and Gary, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. And we will see you guys.
Gary made it the whole show.
I'm impressed. First
Yeah,
time in
good job,
17
Gary.
months.
First time in 17 months.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You call an
always
Uber.
Cut out all the time. Get the fuck out of here.
You're home before we
You
had
said
the
I'm always
show.
here all the time. Yeah, okay. We'll see you
Oh,
guys
it's all-
next week.
But you're not on the air.
Hopefully the Eagles are 2-1. Mike.
We haven't done this in a while. Penis out.
All right. All right, brother. I'll see you. You need your brother fist bump? You're just going to leave him. Give you your finger. All right, brother. You all right? All right. That was the first. Was that the first one? Ryan, was that the first
Yeah,
one?
the new one's so
Yeah.
long.
Yeah. That's a good song.
So what are you getting up? You got to go to work early, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Get some OT. That's cool.
Yeah.
I got to piss. Sorry.
I got my license test coming up Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
They put on the boner coverage. Jay, you still with us, brother?
Of course he's still with us.
I
He's
don't-
been so excited about
There's
this.
still a lot of people watching. All right, boner coverage.
All
Podcast
right.
done recording. Hold on, Ryan.
Yeah, don't leave me
Talk-
by myself.
Talk to him for a second. I gotta get.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to take a piss. All right, yeah.
Yeah, dude, the photo coverage by myself is just awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be
I mean, like you're just talking by yourself and you're just hoping it like you see it like, and I can't even like check the chat. I'm on the other side. I'm just hoping it.
covering the boner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hear you, dude. I hear you, man.
Yeah. So
So you got that test Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah. Get the life and health insurance license so I can solicit and basically do what I was hired. Well, the new job that I was hired to do. So
Are you ready?
I hope so, man. I was telling Sean, I took a pre-test. I ordered a pre-test and I took that and I didn't pass that. You have to get like 70%. I was like off by like, it's like 159 questions. I was off by like 8. And I purposefully screen printed my answers on all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went and I because they weren't gonna like the pretest wasn't gonna tell you what questions you got wrong. It was just gonna say whether you passed or failed. I wasn't sure how it was gonna work, so I did that purposefully. And then, lo and behold, they didn't tell me what I got wrong or what the right answers are. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. What's the point in taking a practice test if you don't know what you got wrong, and it's just telling you. Like, so I was like, okay, but it told me what questions I got wrong. So I lined it up so that I had only the questions that I got wrong, and I'm looking at the questions, and I'm like, these are right. I'm checking everything up, and I'm like, these are right. I was like, they must have marked the questions that I got wrong in a different sequence or order than the questions that were on the test. It was like question 52, they maybe separated them by categories or something, but it wasn't 52 on the thing because there's no way that I got question 52 wrong. I'm looking in the book. It's it's saying this. There's no other explanation for this. I spent literally hours. Yeah, so I spent hours taking a test, and I spent hours researching the answers to the questions to try and get it right before I came to the realization, like, this can't possibly be right. So this is a waste of my fucking time.
Oh, so you were trying to find the right answers for questions you already answered right.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then I was second guessing, and I'm like, this is making me like go crazy because like I'm gonna start answering these questions wrong, thinking that I got it wrong. I was like, I can't do this. So I found some other link that was more of like an index card thing where it was asking. Now there are multiple choice questions, but these were more asking questions, and then on the back was given the right answer, but it didn't give multiple choice. So I went through all of those, and that some of those are the same questions that I answered. So I was like looking through them, and that seemed to work a little bit better because I at least knew the answer. So, dude, I haven't studied for a test or had a test in 25 years or like whatever.
I hear you. Dude, I wouldn't know where to begin to start studying.
Dude, I got a 200-page book for the state or for the federal, and then there's a 50-page book for the state. There was 14 chapters, and then each chapter had like a lady that's like going back and telling you this stuff. So that took like 26 hours or so just to kind of go through that and all the test questions and everything else. Then there's 611 index cards that I went through, and then I'm highlighting the book. I took 10 hours worth of classes, like a Zoom class on that, and I have notes from that. And now I'm kind of doing all these pre-tests. It's been like 3 classes worth of like a college semester, and then I got to take the final. And granted, if I fail it, it's not a big deal. I can retake it as many times as I want. But I feel like I can't start my job or really get deep into my job until this is going to hover over me until I can get this done.
Right.
I'm going to need to study and focus on this as my top priority until I get the license. Then I can start to kind of focus on other things. Until then, I'm going to feel like I'm going to stress myself out trying to kind of juggle both things.
Yeah, that's tough, man. But also, you know what you're doing, dude.
Well, I mean, I'm lucky in that things haven't gotten crazy busy for me yet. So I have the leeway to dedicate this time to doing it and doing it more quickly as compared to juggling it, so I'm not overwhelmed, so I can focus more on this. So I'm lucky there. That's why I want to get it done this week and then basically be like, all right, cool. Then the only thing I got to do is take some classes to renew every year.
Right.
What do we got? Barbecue, I'll go with. Thanks. Thank you for chipping in, whatever that means.
That's from the homeschool or school return to school night.
Oh, okay.
It was last night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got that next week. But Maddie had a picnic.
They gave you chips at the back to school night?
It says thanks for chipping in. Pretty good though.
Yeah, some of it is good. Clancy's, huh?
My son's
never heard of Clancy's.
My son's teacher. Smoking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
She looks like a much more cuter version of Allison Hannigan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Allison Hannigan's pretty cute.
Cuter than her.
All right. Oh, that's saying something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we
So
saw
You need me to
Maddie's.
come in. Sean's like, you need me to come in for a parent-teacher conference.
What's
We
going
could
on?
talk about this.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so
Did he leave his book?
No.
No, he took it. No.
Yeah, that's the microphone or whatever.
I don't know why that's still here. It doesn't work.
Oh.
Gary brought his microphone over. For some reason, it doesn't operate correctly. I think it's a USB only thing.
Oh, okay.
It's been here for like a month.
Hmm.
Why is Al saying good luck, Mikey?
Oh,
Your test.
yeah, for my test. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we got to see Maddie's teacher from last year, which is cool because she got married to another teacher at the school. They had a destination wedding in Cancun or somewhere around there. So we got to ask her about like how that went. Like all year she was like talking to the kids about like how she was getting married, and they all knew she was getting married to the other one. So, she's changed her name this year and everything. So that was kind of cool. And she said that they had like 56 people that went to Cancun for this wedding.
Wow.
And it was like right around the time that there was a hurricane.
Oh, wow.
So they were able to get the wedding in before any impact on the wedding and stuff. But she said it really went really well and stuff. So it was kind of cool. And Maddie really got along with it. We thought she was great too.
Yeah.
That's good, man. You like the teacher and the kid likes the teacher. That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, Maddie's really lucked out. She's had 4 good teachers.
We got Dyson T saying Aints. So Dyson, we
All right, before you get into that, Sean, my laptop's going to die, and I got to go, man.
All right, Ryan.
Man. See you.
All right, fellas. See you next
Take it
week.
easy, bud.
All right.
See you next week, man.
So Dyson, our podcast is done. We recorded a podcast a little bit ago. Now we're just kind of hanging out, messing around. Yeah, we had a conversation about the Eagles and the Saints. If the Saints are for real, honestly, so there was 4 people on the panel here tonight. 2 picked the Eagles, 2 picked the Saints. So it's
what are you going to call the podcast? Is the sky falling? Well, no, because there's the Phillies.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I haven't seen. Has Jay commented here? Jay, are you here? Are you still tuning in here? But Dyson,
Dude, if Jay is not, I will fucking call Jay because he's been all week. Oh, Boner covered. Blah, 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 blah. Like,
so Dyson, are you a Saints fan? And it's fine. That's all good. I have good friends that are Saints fans. I just don't know. I just don't. Personally, I don't think they're for real. I think they're having beginner's luck in this. It's Derek Carr.
yeah. But if Kamara found the family,
so he's definitely a Saints fan because he said, "I'll be sure to check it out. See you after the 40-point win again, like in 2018." So, Dyson, here's the thing: that was one of my concerns. I brought that up. I said that the Eagles never play well in New Orleans. Actually, the last really good game I can remember the Eagles playing in New Orleans was in 1992 when the Eagles won in the playoffs.
That a Buddy Ryan game.
Yeah, Reggie White getting the it wasn't Buddy Ryan. It was Rich Kotite. It was Rich
Kotite?
No, it was Rich Kotite's only win in the playoffs as an Eagles coach. Reggie White's last win as a Philadelphia Eagle, because then he went to Dallas and got blown out the next week. But yeah, I don't have high hopes for the Eagles for this game. But
you do have them winning
because the NFL's been weird this year.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why I even think the Eagles have a chance. Is because it's been such a strange season so far. I just don't think the Saints are as good as they're showing right now. Like, no, come on. 90 points in 2 games. Come on. They're not the best show on turf. Like, that's not who they are. I'm sorry. They're not. Al said the Eagles can contain Kamara. They can win.
Can they, though?
No. No, they can't.
They can keep him out of the engine. That'll help.
Yeah. You keep him between 20 and 20. Yeah, fine. They're Their run defense has been very suspect. I'll tell you what, if their run defense gets shredded again, because they were historically bad going down the stretch last year.
Right.
And then
What do you do?
Nothing. There's nothing you can do. What are you gonna do? Like, you can't. We're gonna just go out and sign a bunch of fat guys to play the line. Like, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
You got to live with what you have. So, one thing you're not realizing is the first Saints game post Breeze at New Orleans actually feels like we have hope. The dome is going to be post Katrina electric. You can feel it in the city. Yeah.
It's our home opener?
No, but I can. No, what he's saying is post. After Breeze had left, this is the best that they felt.
So they had a home game, but they didn't. They're 2-0, and they're feeling a lot better about their
They're feeling
team.
a lot better now because now that Breeze is gone, they have hope because of Breeze, because of
Cars.
Derek Carr. It's funny. He said we're walking into a buzzsaw. Dyson, Michael Thomas, do you think he was holding them back last year? Because he, to me, excuse me, to me last year, I felt like Michael Thomas was kind of a
distraction,
like a distraction or something. I don't know. There was something weird that happened last year with that team, and Kamara didn't seem right. And there was a weird vibe with that team last year.
Kamara started the season suspended.
He was
right?
suspended last year. Yeah, he was.
So it took him a few weeks to kind of get.
To be fair, that's true.
And then it's weird. It seems that anytime that somebody comes in after starting the season suspended or off, it just never clicks for them.
Mm-hmm.
When do you see a person that kind of comes in late that?
Well, that's why I'm surprised that Rashid Rice is having as good of a year as he's having for Kansas City, because he knows he's facing something.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting him to be off to a good start, as good of a start as he is.
And then interestingly enough, they lost Hollywood Brown for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Before he even started playing.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. I thought Hollywood Brown was going to have I was really high on Hollywood Brown. I thought he was going to have a really good year.
Yeah.
I picked him in the 18 league. Luckily, I followed that up with a guy that I wasn't as high on that I kind of took a shot in the dark on, and it's been really well. Kind of ironically, a guy that was suspended last year that didn't produce, that all of a sudden is looking good, and Jameson Williams.
Oh yeah. Well, he had a really good first week. I don't know how he caught that in there. He had a really good first week.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do too bad last week either.
Yeah. Okay. Al said Hollywood Brown equals Freddie Mitchell. I mean, he's had a better career than Freddie Mitchell has.
Nelson Aguilar?
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
He's still hanging around, right? Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy. He's still playing? Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Jalen Reagor apparently got cut or something.
I didn't know he was still in the league.
Somewhere like New England or something.
I didn't know Reagor was still playing.
And he was bitching about how it was unfair or that it was unjust or something like that, or I stopped paying attention to, I used to pay attention to this. I've matured. I'm no longer paying attention to, dude, you suck. You've always sucked.
Dude, you sucked since you were drafted. Yeah.
I'm sorry that you got a lot of shit because you got drafted the pick before Jefferson, that everybody knew was a mistake, and then you didn't live up to it. But
can you imagine the Eagles had Justin Jefferson?
Well, they wouldn't have AJ Brown.
Who'd you rather have?
Well, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And you might not have Devontae Smith because you would have been a better team back then. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe you have Micah instead.
That's true too. But
that's all right. Is Al still listening? They'll get Micah in 2 years when he, or next year when he doesn't sign that extension.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the podcast and then the boner coverage afterwards.
Well, we got to figure out what we're going to call this shit show.
Yeah. It was fun. We had a really good show. We had a really productive show. We had a lot of topics tonight.
Yeah.
So, as always, thank you guys. Al is actually be in the house next week. Al, I'll be looking forward to it.
I'll be.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for hanging out.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys. Dyson, best of luck to you. Eagles win. See you guys.